Okay, we should be live here. What is going on, everybody? What's going on, Brandon? He says, "Go Giants, beat LA." Muncie's probably gonna homer today. Yeah, probably. He it seems like he homers every single game against the Giants. He's like owns us this year. It's insane. Let's see if I'm live. He okay. Yep. So this is the most important series of the year for both teams. Not even just for the Giants. Oops, I forgot to do this, but it is a huge series for both teams. Oh my goodness. Boom. Okay. So if Giants win this, they clinch a split, which means they'll clinch to stay in first place no matter what happens the next two games of the series. So today's a big one. The Dodgers will have starting, they will have Darian Nunez, but Josiah Gray, who just got called up today for the Dodgers, is probably going to come in later, 100%. So on the Giants, we have to score in the first inning and then not worry about Josiah Gray. We need to score a lot of runs in the first inning. That's what we need to do, Giants. I need to see if the game audio is good. Okay.
Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, home of the authentic fan. Tonight from Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium, the site game 2 of a 4-game series. The top 2 teams in the National League West, Giants 2 games ahead of the Dodgers here on this Tuesday evening. And we are just about ready to go. Dave Fleming, Mike Krukow, great to have you.
So Giants lineup today is leading off is Lamont Wade Jr., who's at first base. Buster Posey's batting second. He's the catcher. Mike Yastrzemski batting third. Wilmer Flores batting fourth. Alex Dickerson batting fifth. Donovan Solano batting sixth. Mike Tauchman batting seventh. Tyler Stroud batting eighth. And Alex Wood pitching and batting ninth. Posey this season against the Dodgers has played in 6 games. He's 7 for 21 with 2 homers, 3 doubles, and 5 RBIs. And starting for the Dodgers today is Darian Nunez. He has won 3 games this year. He has no won record. He has a 4.50 ERA. He has won 4 innings. He has no walks and 5 strikeouts.
Rookie out of Las Tunas, Cuba, 6'2", 205-pounder.
The Giants need to get to Nunez early so they don't have to worry about Josiah Gray. Because I have a feeling Josiah Gray is going to have a great game today for the Dodgers.
Is what the scouting report has been to us.
He's been in their organization for a few years. Climbed his way up, made his major league debut really just a couple weeks ago. And now he's making the start.
Yep, Dave Fleming's announcing this game today. Yesterday was John Miller. So here's the first pitch from Nunez to Lamont Wade.
Here we go.
That is fouled off, and the count is 0-1.
That first pitch fastball.
That was a fastball.
Looking for that high fastball.
Wade's batting .250 with 8 homers and 20 RBIs. He has a 347 on base percentage and a .500 slugging percentage.
Which he'll tell you, yeah, but I hit the ball hard 17 times.
He doesn't get many chances against lefties.
So he was the 0-1.
That one of these at-bats, he is going to get that first hit.
Swing and a miss, and counts 0-2.
1-2, another fastball.
Nunez, when he was first got into organized baseball, it was at a tender age, and he just couldn't throw strikes. And you look at his statistics at every level, he had almost as many.
Now he was the
walks
0-2
as
to Lamont Wade.
strikeouts, and he had almost a strikeout an inning.
He takes high on the outside corner, and the count is 1-2.
Now he's got a 3-to-1 walk strikeout ratio, or strikeout walk ratio, I should say. Control no longer a problem for him.
Gabe Kapler trying just a little.
So here's a 1-2. Wade takes that time inside. That's on the low inside corner in the count now, even at 2-2.
Strike zone tonight.
If this is the same umpire as last night, that would have been a called strike.
What we saw last night, a reputation for being pretty tight. He's a low ball guy, but his corners will breathe. You'll get some that are a little bit
So now
wide.
here's 2-2. And the 5th pitch, Wade hits that to left field. Coming in is Pollock, and he makes the catch. There's 1 away.
Take a look at the
Dodgers defense today is Albert Pujols at first base, Max Muncy at second, Chris Taylor at shortstop, Justin Turner at third, Austin Barnes is in the squad, AJ Pollock in left field, Cody Bellinger in center field, Zach McGinty in right field. Bellinger, Pollock, and Pujols are all Gold Glovers.
And you always know.
So here's Buster Posey.
Coming to the plate.
He homered last night.
Fans, they just love him in LA.
Hey, if they're not booing you, you're not any good.
Here's the first pitch to Buster.
Last night, first inning, hit a 2-run homer.
That's a strike straight down the middle, and the count's 0-1.
And he gets a first pitch changeup.
Posey is this season has a 330 batting average. He has 13 homers and 30 RBIs.
Posey missed. His last game before last night was July 4th.
Now here's the 0-1 to Buster.
Talking about 2 weeks without
That's
playing.
low and a ball.
Just a little bit low, apparently. 1-1. I thought it was a big part of the game.
Now here's the 1-1. He takes slow again, and the count is 2-1.
Kapler said, "Hey, we're a very resilient group, but Giants were hurt a little bit, I'm sure, by the news that Brandon Crawford had to go on the injury list before the game."
Yep, no Brandon Crawford. He's on the 10 to 14 day IR with a something strain. I forget what it was. I think it was a contusion. 2-1 to Buster. Low again. That come on the outside corner, and the count's 3-1.
Pretty quickly.
You have to get over it. It's the nature of the beast. Rocky Bridges used to have a saying, and when he was a coach with us in 1985, he'd stand at the top of the dugout, and he looked into the dugout as he was heading out on the field.
3-1 to Buster. That's low again, and that's in the same spot as the last pitch, and Buster walks. The Giants have a 1-out base runner.
Well,
Now bring in Mike Yastrzemski.
Powered by Google Cloud. Last night, Buster Posey's first inning home run, a 2-run shot out Tony Gonsolin, 106 miles per hour. He hit it 371 feet, his 13th of the year. More importantly, it was a 3-2 hanging slider. After seeing a bunch of good sliders that he laid off of, worked the count full, got a good pitch to hit, didn't miss.
So here's Mike Yastrzemski.
The other thing about
First pitch to Yaz.
Power this year, Mike Yastrzemski stands in.
Way low and outside, and the count's 1-0.
Pitching him very, very carefully, so the walks are piling up. Posey's
Yastrzemski batting .235 with 14 homers and 38 RBIs. The Braves beat the Padres today, which is good news.
Had a quiet night last night.
So now the 1-0 to Yastrzemski.
Left against left.
That is grounded to first baseman Pujols, and they will get the out at first. He caught it, and then they'll throw a second to get Buster, and it's a double play. So no run score, and the Giants have a hit, but the Dodgers get rid of that hit with a double play. Taylor, Turner, Muncy do it for the Dodgers. And we are in a commercial break. Yep, damn it. I did not think that was going to be caught by Pujols there. He leaped it. That was a great play. That was a great play by our Pujols. So let's see what Alex Wood can do against the Dodgers and Max Muncy. He's probably going to homer today. Max Muncy is probably going to homer because he owns the Giants this season. What's going on, Lobozo James? What is going on?
Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. By Heffernan Insurance, because you're different. By Xfinity, experience a powerful and secure Wi-Fi connection for all your devices. Xfinity X5, can your internet do that? And by Nextiva. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva.
A lot of years, that exit right there is how we would get inside Dodger Stadium. We've been on that stretch of road a lot of times.
So the Dodgers line today is Chris Taylor leading off, Justin Turner batting second, Max Muncy, the Giants killer, batting third, Albert Pujols batting cleanup, AJ Pollock batting fifth, Cody Bellinger batting sixth, Austin Barnes batting seventh, Zach McKinstry batting eighth, and the pitcher spot is ninth.
Is hot, and he's got great career numbers against Alex
First
Wood.
pitch to Taylor is a strike.
Stands in against his old teammate. Takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. It's been a while since Alex Wood's been on the mound.
What's going on, Viking Jerome? Welcome to the stream. He says, "Let's go Dodgers." Welcome to the stream. 0-1 pitch to Taylor, and that's a ball. Counts 1-1.
But, I mean, for a veteran like Wood, not an issue. He knows how to stay sharp. He's a hard worker. Lifetime against the Dodgers, I mean, he's always pitched well. He doesn't have a...
The 1-1 to Taylor, and that is hit deep to center field. Talkman going back, and it's off the wall. Taylor going to second. He'll get there easily, and the Dodgers have a double. Leadoff double for Chris Taylor.
Let's take a look at the year that Alex Wood has had. He's been fantastic.
Wood has a 3.67 ERA. He has 8-3. He has 27 walks, 87 strikeouts, and he's on 83.1 innings. And Skull Vikings. Yep, I'm a 49ers fan, but I don't really have a problem with the Vikings. I don't really have a problem with the Vikings. Wood throws a sinker, slider, and changeup. His most popular pitch that he throws is the sinker.
The sinker is his primary fastball, and some people call his breakaway.
I bring up Justin Turner. He homered last night in the first inning.
Same pitch. It's kind of a hybrid.
First pitch to Turner.
He's not even really
Takes a strike straight down the middle, and the count's 0-1.
Well, it's because he's got a little funkiness to him, and it's a big, wide one. But, you know, I'd say it's slurvy, but slurve would suggest that it's a lazy break. His is not a lazy break. It's a quick break.
We talked to Alex about it a while ago now, but...
So Max Muncy on deck. On the Turner, and that's popped deep to left field. Right field, Mashemsky going back. He makes the catch. Taylor going to third. He'll get there safely. Dodgers have a man on third with 1 out.
Let's take a look at the Giants defense. It's brought to you by
Giants defense today is Lamont Wade at first, Donovan Solano at second, Tyler Estrada at shortstop, Wilmer Flores at third, Alex Nicholson in left field, Mike Talkman in center field, and Mike Yastrzemski in right field, and Buster Posey catching. And Alex Wood is on the mound. Here's the Giants killer, Max Muncy.
First chance for Wood to go after Max Muncy in the game tonight. Max Muncy, who has just tortured the Giants this year. Another home run against him last night.
11 for 31 with 8 home runs. I mean, that's a torch job right there.
Here's the first pitch to the Giant killer.
Left on left.
Low and in the dirt for ball 1.
Dirt for ball 1.
You know, I mean,
Muncy's batting .275 with 22 homers and 58 RBIs.
Success with the bat. I mean, 11 hits, 8 home runs. But the guy is such a good eye at the plate, and he gets so many walks. Tied for the league lead with 61 walks.
So here's the 1-0 to Muncy.
Just a threat.
He takes low and outside again, and the count is 2-0.
To go out of the zone.
I'd be fine with walking Muncy here.
Taylor at third, 1 out.
2-0 now to Muncy.
Strike count.
Another ball outside, and the count's 3-0.
It's 3-0.
You know, I mean, it is a dangerous thing when you pitch around a guy in the first inning. I mean, that's the inning where you've got your best.
Albert Pujols is on deck for the
You
Dodgers.
may not have a full command of all your stuff until you throw a few pitches, but you're the strongest you're going
And
to
the
be
3-0 to Muncy.
in that first inning.
That's a strike, and the count's
You
3-1.
hate to walk guys because it leads to a big inning. But when a guy has had the ownage that Muncy has had on the Giants, man, you got to think seriously about pitching around him.
3-1.
And that 3-1 breaking ball, or that 3-0 breaking ball was as good as he's got.
3 on the Muncie. That's grounded. That's base hit to center field. Taylor's going to score. It's 1-0 Dodgers, and Muncie has an RBI single.
He is completely in a tree right now. He knows it. And when a player has that kind of ownage on a team, he expects this to happen. Make a great pitch.
That just got past Solano and Estrada.
Knock, RBI.
And here's Albert Pujols. So Muncie doesn't homer, but he still drives in a run. Going on Emily Ayala, he says, yeah, Muncie. Yep. Max Muncie drove in the first run of the game.
Leadoff double, the fly ball.
So the second straight time the Dodgers have a run in the first inning.
Kind of remarkable what Albert's done since putting
The first pitch to Pujols. That is crushed to right field, but it goes foul.
13 home runs, 35 RBIs. So that combines both years with the Dodgers and the Angels. But what he's done since he's put on the Dodgers.
Pujols this season ranks 241 with 13 homers and 35 RBIs.
Play every day, plays against lefties, pinch hitter late in a game against a lefty out of the bullpen, and he has produced.
Let's go, Uncle Albert, says Viking Drum. 0-1 to Pujols. That's grounded. That's a double play ball. Muncie is out at second, and Pujols is out at first. It's a double play, and the Giants get out of it. But the Giants give up one run in the first inning after Max Muncie has an RBI single, and it's 1-0 Dodgers after one. Why is it so weird? Okay. So 1-0 Dodgers after one. And we are now in a commercial break going into the top of the second. So the good news today so far is that the Padres lost to the Braves. So they fall. If the Giants lose, it'll be 7 games behind the Giants. If the Giants win. What's going on, Brian? Welcome back. He says, who scored for the Dodgers? Make a guess. It's Max Muncy. He had an RBI single, which drove in Chris Taylor from third. Yep, so is Max Muncy. You drove in the first run.
DC Sports Bay Area
And we are back to start the top of the second.
WebEx. The future of work is hybrid. WebEx by Cisco.
Sunset time, summertime at the Santa Monica Pier. Giants Dodgers not too far away over at Dodger Stadium for game 2 of this 4-game
So Nunez
series.
will stay in the
Top 2
game.
teams in the National League
First pitch to
West.
Flores.
Nunez stays in
Way high for ball one.
for the second inning, the opener for the Dodgers, and he misses high to Wilmer Flores for ball 1. Wilmer hit his 10th home run of the year.
Now he was
last
1-0
night's
to
game.
Wilmer. He takes outside and the count's 2 now.
Changeup outside. Giants have 6 players now with 10 or more home runs.
That's remarkable.
Flores this season banked 250 with 10 homers and 31 RBIs.
They went up and down the line.
So he's had a decent season.
That's simple. That's what that stat tells you.
He was at 2-0. Flores hits that deep to right center field. Is it deep enough? No, it's not. It's off the wall. Flores will go to second, and he will be safe. So it's a leadoff double for the Giants, Wilmer Flores.
I think he kind of half went into his trot.
That was almost gone, but it just
Outside corner,
bounced off the
just
wall.
takes it the same way it came in.
Belgium made a good effort. Flores just barely got the second.
Pretty good jump on it. Not enough to get to it. But with his arm, boy, I mean,
Yep,
you really
Wilmer got got the leadoff
You can
double.
challenge him. It's one of the best outfield arms in the National League West.
So now Dickerson left against left. Mike Yastrzemski, left-handed hitter in the first inning, hit a.
So here's Alex Dickerson. He's batting fifth today.
Bad break for the Giants.
First pitch to the Dick. He takes low and outside and the count's 1-0.
Bat against a lefty. Victor Gonzalez in last night's game. Really, it was a key at bat.
Dickerson's batting 233 with 8 homers and 24 RBIs this season.
Left-handed pitching.
Yeah, he's a good middle away hitter.
Donovan Solano is on deck.
Lefties, when you're a left-handed hitter, his stuff goes away from you.
So here's the 1-0 to Dickerson. Dickerson crushes it. Right field, stay fair, stay fair. It is gone. Alex Dickerson, a 2-run homer, and the Giants lead 2-1. Let's go. That is Dickerson's 9th home run of the season. It gives the Giants a 2-1 lead. Let's go.
And he tomahawks this one out at 109 miles per hour.
That's big time.
I'll bring up Donovan Solano. Solano fouls back.
Solano had a pitch to hit, fouled it straight back.
Yep, duh, Dick went deep. Let's go.
Run ball and the Giants. So now they are one away from having a 7th hitter with 10 or more. That's
That ball was
Dickerson's 9th.
into the stands. No question. The only question was if it was going to stay fair, and it did. So
He's kind of like Brandon Bell. His home runs come in bunches.
Oh man, his hot streaks. We've seen him.
here's the 0-1 to Solano. Low outside for ball 1.
Giants, and then last September, those are 2 of the hottest hot streaks in the last long while.
Solano's batting 274, 3 homers and 21 RBIs this season. One of his home runs came against
See
the
Alex
Dodgers. 1-1. That is low and inside for a strike.
Well, and already, I mean, part of the strategy for the Dodgers is to force Gabe Kapler to stagger the lineup a little bit and make sure he matches
And
up
here's
with
the
a
1-2
lefty against some of these middle of the order
to Donnie
left-handed
Barrels.
hitters for the Giants.
He hits that to right field. McKinstry going back. He dives and makes an outstanding catch in this one away. What a play by McKinstry that makes a diving catch. Wow.
Now this one had been exceptional.
Great play by Zach
Bryant,
McKinstry.
It's at least a double, maybe more. This ball
That would be at least a double if it
away
dropped.
from him as he's coming over, and he times his sellout jump right to be perfect. And he's almost completely parallel to the ground when he gobbles it up, and it puts it right in the sweet spot. What a play!
That is a great play. That's Mookie Betts like. They don't have Betts again in the starting lineup tonight.
It's
For the second
outstanding
game
there by
because
McKinstry.
of his hip soreness. That looked like Mookie.
I'll bring up Mike Talkman.
So 1 out. That's the first out of
There'll
the
be a
inning.
mound
Giants
visit
continue
to
hit the ball
Nunez.
hard against
Josiah will
Nunez, and Mike
probably
Talkman
come into
will
the game
come
soon
up
for the Dodgers.
prior out for a meeting.
It will be his Dodgers debut.
Well, that's our next DEVA meeting on the mound. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva.
I think Mark Pryor should call the folks at Nextiva because he likes to come to he likes meetings. He is out there a lot. Pryor should come.
Sorry about that. I just need to test the audio.
Yeah, he feels.
Talkins batting 182 with 4 homers and 15 RBIs, but all of his homers have been clutch this
He
year.
doesn't want to leave him on the
First pitch to
table.
Talkman is way low and outside, and the count's 1-0.
Talkman.
It's affectionately called the Mike Butcher rule. Mike Butcher used to be the pitching coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He
Another 1-0 to
6
Talkman.
times a night.
That is inside for a strike, and the count's 1-1.
Well, the Giants feel like they're seeing some signs from Mike Talkman of getting his swing back going.
Mike Talkman has been outstanding on defense, but he has not been good
Talkman getting the
on
start
offense.
tonight in center
1-1 to
field.
Talkman. Swing and a miss. He wanted to go yard there, and the count's 1-2. Swung on and missed at a fastball.
Team's been pretty ruthless attacking Talkman with fastballs.
Fastball's up.
Brandon Crawford with Dave Greshner. Crawford feeling like this is going to be 10 days.
So now the 1-2 to
maybe no
Talkman.
more.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Tyro
Download
Estrada.
the MLB app to get in-game video
He had a
highlights,
2-run RBI double last night.
news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and more.
Mike Tauchman is just so bad on offense.
Giants.
It's just terrible on offense.
Gabe Kapler compared the oblique strain that Crawford had to the one that Mike Yastrzemski had. They caught it early. They were real conservative with it. And
Here's Tyro
he has
Estrada.
been
He's
out
banged
for about
343 with
11
one
minutes,
home run,
something
which was a
They'll take
grand
11.
slam, and he has 10 RBIs already.
Could be 6
Wow.
weeks.
First pitch to Estrada.
Tyro
High
Estrada
for ball one.
has done a really good job. He's the guy, at least for now, who's going to get most of the innings defensively at shortstop.
Now the 1-0 to Estrada.
Smooth and short, and he's got a big-time upper arm guard.
Swing and miss, and counts 1-1.
Yeah, he showed up. with
Mike
his orange
Trash
jersey.
Man. Yep. Mike Trash Man.
It catches
Yeah, he's
your
awful.
eye.
It's
I don't know
His
why we
name
called
on
him
it,
back up.
just in case anybody was
He
confused.
cannot
Is that
hit to
mine?
save
Oh,
his
no, that's
life.
Tyro's.
So now he was 1-1 to Estrada. That was high, and he pops it up to right field. McKinstry will watch it go foul. Counts 1-2.
How big was that hit that Tyro Estrada had last night?
You know, you kind of expected out of him now. I mean, his at-bats have been that good. You know, he's a guy that hits well in 2-strike counts, and he doesn't change his approach. And he's got a lot of confidence.
Yeah, the big
Now the
at-bats
1-2 to
late in
Estrada.
games have not faced him for
That is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning.
Strike 3.
But Alex Dickerson has a 2-run homer, and the Giants lead 2-1 after 1.5. Yep, Giants took the lead on Alex Dickerson, 2-run homer.
Miles an hour to put the Giants ahead 2-1.
Yep, it was gone, no doubt. It was just a question if it was going to stay fair. Yep, 2-1 Giants after an inning and a half. And we are now in a commercial break going into the Dodgers side of the second. Has to be a scoreless inning for Giants and Wood. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Wood has to have a scoreless inning here. Luckily, we most likely are not going to get to see Max Muncy this inning, so. Hopefully Wood has a quick inning.
Brought to you by your California
And we are
Ford
back.
dealers. It was 11 years ago today. This is one we won't forget. Don Mattingly was filling in for Joe Torre, and that counted as a second
Smash like,
foul. He
everybody.
walked
Yep.
off the mound, walked
Yep,
back
smash.
on top.
Oh.
Bruce Bochy noticed it.
Yeah.
He was unhappy about it, and the Dodgers had to take their pitcher, Jonathan Broxton, out of the game, and good things happened for the Giants. The Giants ultimately won that game 7-5. The funny thing about that story, Mike, was the way the rule is written. I mean, it's confusing.
So here's
The rule book, don't
A.J.
get me started on
Pollock
the rule
for the
book, but
Dodgers.
If the umpires actually got it right, Broxton should have been allowed to face Andres Torres there and then be removed from the game. That's how it was written in the rule book.
So here's the first
Maybe
pitch to
come
A.J.
out right
Pollock.
away, and the
He
Giants
takes a strike straight down the middle, and the count's 0-1.
beat George Sherrill.
The George Sherrill.
Yeah.
Pollock this season banked 282 with 13 homers and 34 RBIs.
It's in all
And
of us.
Corey Seager is
Yeah.
supposed to come back tomorrow for the Dodgers.
While
Corey
it's
Seager.
happening. But
He was
what
the 0
I
on the Pollock.
observed
That is a swing and a miss, and the count's
discovery
0-2.
from Bruce Bochy, who
Said Corey Seager may make his return
Which
tomorrow
is, I mean, half the rules.
on
You
Wednesday
think
night.
you know the rules when you sign a contract as a professional player? You don't know the rules. And the way you learn is by making mistakes or seeing, obscure things like that.
Now the 0-2 to Pollock.
Recognized, and it's an
That
education
almost
for
hits him.
everybody
That's
involved. And that was
really
an
low and
education
inside.
for us.
And it did hit him.
That pitch hit
So
for
Pollock will take a
Pollock.
base after Alex Wood hits him. And the Dodgers have a base runner.
After the Giants go ahead on the Dickerson home run right away, the Dodgers have a runner against Wood.
Well, and we always say when it happens, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to throw a back foot slide. Well, that literally is a back foot slide. It doesn't mean hit his back foot.
So that just hit Pollock's back foot.
That's a no pain drilling right there.
He seems fine.
And Kapler,
Giants are asking
Giants asking to review this.
Dan Asanya, the home plate umpire, to
So here's
at least
Cody
consult
Bellinger.
with his fellow umps. Ron Wotus. And are the Giants challenging this?
The Giants are going to challenge to see if Pollock got
They
hit.
say they are.
Let's see. Oh, did that
I mean,
hit him?
I thought it hit his leg. I thought it had a little change in direction.
I think that may have skimmed his leg a bit.
But I
Yeah.
mean, the other thing, too, is
So the Giants
Sunday,
are challenging
He's
this.
got his ears.
I think that may have skimmed his leg.
I mean, I just would never, ever challenge this kind of play because I can't remember a replay review overturning this. It's just so, how do you tell for sure?
I don't. Yeah. Giants should not have challenged this. I think this obviously hit him. At least skimmed him.
To me, your percentages of getting a call like that overturned are like 10%.
Yep, the umpire's already done, and let's see.
He did.
It hit him. Yep. That's a correct call.
So now the Giants don't have their challenge.
That was a terrible
To
challenge
me,
by
I just
Kapler.
wouldn't do that. And look, Gabe Kapler's relying on the video room. He's just, if somebody calls on the phone and says,
So
yeah,
now
challenge,
here is
see
Cody
it.
Bellinger.
You have to trust that.
Now Giants do not have a challenge anymore.
That
So
was a big risk.
I just can't remember a time where I saw that play actually overturned.
so here's the first pitch to Bellinger.
Now Bellinger, runner at first, nobody out.
He takes one for strike one.
There's a little anger behind that.
I kind of think today Cody Bellinger is going to go yard. He's batting 164 with 4 homers, 19 RBIs, but he has been injured.
Challenges that.
But I think he will go yard today. I think him or Pujols will go yard.
Off of him having his concentration sort of.
Now here's the 0-1 to Bellinger. Bellinger will show bunt, but he'll take a ball. Wait. Okay, yeah, ball.
Well, I mean, it's there for him if he wants
So
it.
Bellinger is showing
The way
bunt.
that the defense has shifted. Now
The
Estrada's
shift
gonna have
is to the right. Estrada is playing third base, and Flores is playing shortstop.
The grass, or at least even with the bags.
You got to at least respect the possibility.
Now here's the 1-1 to Bellinger.
As badly as he's been slumping, it's not a bad play. Especially when you're down by 2. Look, or down by 1. He's a guy who can hit the ball in the ballpark as far as anybody. He's in a funk right now. And look, the decision he made there was not a sign.
So what
of
is those
Dave Roberts.
17
That's
pitches so
something he did
far?
all
This
on
will be his
own, too.
18th. Here it is. Bellinger takes way inside and the count's 2-1.
Changeup.
But it does tell you where he's at mentally.
Here's a 2-1 to Cody Bellinger. Takes one straight down the middle, and the count's even now 2-2.
Welcome, Bellinger. As a pitcher, you do that once, you think you can do it a second time. You think you can do it 5 times.
Now Estrada let Alex Wood know that he was going back to kind of where he was playing before. 2 strikes.
Now the
working on
2-2
bunt.
to Cody Bellinger.
The 2-2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. There is 1 away, and Wood has his first strikeout of the game.
Signs and colors because
That's
they
Wood's
know
first strikeout
style
of the game.
isn't always black and white.
So here's Austin Barnes.
Or maybe it is. Lazy boy. Live life comfortably.
First strikeout for Alex Wood. Now Austin Barnes comes up, runner at first, 1 out.
So it's the first pitch to Barnes.
Barnes catching tonight.
That's just outside on the high corner, and the count's 1-0.
Just outside.
Barnes is batting 200 with 3 homers and 15 RBIs. One of those 3 homers came against the Giants. It was a game-tying 3-1 homer. And Mike Talkman and Rob Pujols off the walk-off.
We hit that dramatic 3-run homer to tie the game. The remarkable game earlier this year when the Giants got the catch from Talkman to Rob Pujols and then won.
So now here's the 1-0.
Austin Barnes, pinch hitter.
Barnes takes a strike.
Good slider.
Great slider thrown by Wood. Counts 1-1.
He calls that pitch a curveball.
Counts 1-1, and there's 1 out.
It's just a hybrid. It's not a curveball, not
And
a
there's 1
slider.
on.
But again, it suggests slurve, which it is not a lazy break. That is a unique, hard, late break.
So here's the 1-1. And Wood will try to pick off Pollock at first, but nothing's going on over there.
Spent a lot of time. Alex Wood is a tinkerer. He uses all the technology. He has spent a lot of time just trying to get his breaking stuff exactly the way he wants it. For him, every little.
So now here's the
detail,
1-1, or should be the 1-1
matters.
pitch to Austin Barnes. Barnes check swing, that goes foul.
Well, mechanics are essential to a good breaking ball. You know, a fastball, you could throw it, you could overthrow
So Zach
it,
McKinstry is on deck for the
fastball
Dodgers.
that's successful and be a good pitch for you. You can't do that with a breaking ball. You overthrow a breaking ball and it gets lazy, and sometimes you throw it so hard you throw it through the break. It doesn't have enough time to break. And they can be temperamental. I mean, you have to understand what makes a good curveball and how to fix it when it goes away.
Barnes fouls it off. Count will stay at 1 ball and 2
Challenge
strikes.
fastball on a 1-2 count.
Well, I mean, you saw how he struck out Bellinger, but the breaking ball set that pitch up. And I think with him having the breaking ball he has tonight, they're all aware of it. And when they're all aware of your off-speed stuff, then that sets up the fastball. It makes the fastball look that much better.
Now here's the 1-2 to Austin Barnes. He hits that to left field. That goes just foul.
Somebody's got to make a better effort down there on that one.
Maybe the net. I think the net is making it a little more challenging. So you sit down the lines and you think, oh, the net's just going to get that one.
I mean, I expected a lot more vocal displeasure about having the nets extended down the baselines or all the way to the wall. But we haven't heard it.
No. And I'm glad. I think
Here's the
everybody's
1-2 to Barnes.
safer.
Takes outside, and the count's even now at 2-2.
Well, it definitely feels better for us because every time we see a line drive going.
Barnes is also
and
kind of a Giants killer, yeah.
going in the stands.
Barnes is kind of a Giants killer. He's not as much of a Giants killer as Muncy, but he's still kind of one.
Two-seam grip.
So here's
Ball
the
from a
2-2.
low three-quarter release.
And Wood's 27th pitch and his 16th of the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, and Wood has his second strikeout of the game and second strikeout of the inning.
Early.
So here's
That's
Zach
a lot
McKinstry.
to do with enhancing the velocity of a fastball just in the eye of the hitter. They don't pick it up early.
McKinstry's batting .241 with 7 homers and 29 RBIs.
2 down. Zach McKinstry, who's already contributed to this game. This was his first at bat. He made the terrific catch to rob Donovan Solano of extra bases at the top of this second inning.
First pitch to McKinstry is outside.
I mean, who knows? If he doesn't catch that ball,
For
the
ball
Giants
1.
may score more than just the 2.
Oh, they're still hitting. They're going to score 15 in this inning.
It's 17-1 as we go to the bottom of the second. Well, who knows? But
He had to get back to the dugout and dig a couple of divots out of his armpit.
1-0 now to McKinstry. That is straight down the middle for a called strike, and the count's 1-1.
he's got a nice feel for that pitch.
That's the thing about his breaking ball, too. He can back off. He can take speed off of it, like that one. You made a great off-speed pitch when you freeze a guy. You can't get a swing off. And that's what that last pitch just did.
So here's the 1-1.
Third. Rest of the defense is mostly
That's
straight up.
that's high on the outside corner, and so it's a called ball. That wasn't the strike zone, but it's a ball.
Normally.
So he's 2-1 now to McKinstry. McKinstry takes the strike, gets on the outside, and it counts 2-2.
And that's the beauty of being able to
Counts
back up.
2-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
Threw in a 1-0 count. He sitting fastball. He stole the pitch, but he did show him the quick one, and he just did to get the second strike. Now he can take that pitch and he can extend it well out, 4 or 5 inches off the strike zone. Maybe he'll chase, or he could go back up above the letters with the fastball. 2 good options.
Now the 2-2 to McKinstry.
2-2.
Check swing. He did not go, and that was outside, and the count's full.
I thought so.
Looks like he went, but he did not go, according to the home plate umpire. Thank you, Viking John. I appreciate that.
Making the call.
Thank you.
That's the 50-50 zone. That could have gone. But that's exactly the pitch you wanted to throw, that breaking ball off the plate about 4 inches.
Sure does look like he went there.
Full count 3-2. Pitcher spot is due up next.
He can throw that same pitch. He'll swing at it.
3-2 to McKinstry. That is called strike 3, straight down the middle, and Woods strikes out 3 straight in the second. And he has his 3rd strikeout out of the game. So it's 2-1 Giants after 2. And we are now in a commercial break going to the Giants' top of the 3rd. The pitcher spot, Lamont Wade and Buster Posey are due up for the Giants. Wood, who has 9 at bat. Lamont Wade, he's 0 for 1, and Posey walked. So I wouldn't be stunned if Josiah Gray comes in this inning. Would not be stunned.
Giants baseball on
And we are
ABC
back
Sports Bay Area is brought to you
for the
by
start of the 3rd.
PG&E. Visit safetyactioncenter.pge.com for safety tips.
In Southern California, Dodgers.
The Giants have 2 runs on 2 hits, and the Dodgers have 1 run on 2 hits, and both teams have no errors after 2.
And now, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil
So, yep,
Change and Auto
Josiah
Service.
Gray will come
Trusted
to the game
oil
for the
change.
Dodgers in his
Check out
Dodgers
their
debut.
experts. This is the big story of the night for the Dodgers. It's the Major League debut.
Josiah
of the
Gray's
#1
in.
prospect.
Josiah Gray.
So see how he
What
does.
he has done this year in Oklahoma City, their AAA affiliate.
Gray has been outstanding in the Dodgers AAA team in Oklahoma City.
Just 2 walks, and that kind of jumps off the page.
He's only thrown
He's
2
got
walks.
190
Wow.
mile an hour fastball,
He has some
velocity.
great stats. He has a
Mainly
2.87
forcing
ERA.
fastballs, but he's got a curveball slider and a changeup that he's not afraid to throw at any time.
Well, the Dodgers starting rotation's beat up right now.
So here's the first pitch from Gray to Alex Wood, and he takes the ball low.
And they throw the ball out of
The first
play.
pitch of Gray's career is a ball.
6'1", 190 pounder.
Here's a 1-0 now to Alex Wood.
23 years of age.
Wood takes one straight down the middle for strike 1. That's Josiah Gray's first ever strike thrown in the majors.
Going a little bit right now.
Wood this season is 0 for 25. He has 3 walks and 3 sacrifice bunts.
From your elbow to your fingertips,
He was the 1-1.
get a little bit dull.
Wood fouls back.
Got a piece of the umpire there on the foul tip. Well, they love him. He was originally with the Reds, drafted by the Reds, actually traded from Cincinnati to LA in a deal that sent Alex Wood to Cincinnati.
So now here's the 1-2 to Alex Wood. Gray looking for his first career strikeout in the majors. Wood pops it up, and that'll go into the stands foul.
Yeah, 96 on his hand. I'm impressed.
So he went to Lemoyne, small college with a really distinguished baseball program, second-round pick. That big trade to really just a few months later. A lot of names that you recognize. That was Kemp and Puig.
Here's the 1-2 to Wood.
All going to Cincinnati.
Wood somehow gets a piece of that, and it goes foul.
Breaking ball he's ever
He
thrown.
somehow,
Saw
some way
two
got a
guys
piece of
that
that.
came out of Lemoyne College. Chip DeShays, Tom Browning.
I mean, those are great big league pitchers.
Tough pitchers.
I think the Giants have a young kid in the minor leagues from Lemoyne.
So now here's the 1-2 to Wood again. Wood pops it up to right field. McKinstry is there, and Josiah Gray has his first career out in the majors, just 1 away.
That's one of his best at bats of the year. I mean, he's 0 for 26 with 18 strikeouts. That's his best at bat of the year.
Well, you can enjoy weekend baseball at Oracle Park for only $20. What a good deal that is.
Whoa.
The Giants will be home after this series for this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Pirates are in town. They're big games for the Giants. We know that. Special price, $20 tickets for bleacher or view reserved seats between the bases.
That was a good idea for Alex
all
Wood.
3 of those games. smgiants.com/home.
So the first pitch to Mont Wade is outside for a ball.
And we hope to see you here at the ballpark. It's supposed to be a beautiful weather weekend.
Here's Gray's 8th
Sandwich
pitch.
series in between
and the
two
1-0.
Dodgers series.
Wade destroys it to right field, and it is gone. 3-1 Giants. Let's go, Lamont Wade Jr.
My goodness.
So welcome to the big leagues. Josiah Gray, Lamont Wade destroyed that baseball, and it's 3-1 Giants. That was destroyed. Oh my! There was no doubt about that one after the crack of the
So
bat.
the second home run
Buster
already for the
Posey
Giants.
takes the ball as high and
Posey
low.
takes the ball. That's why Lamont Wade was in the leadoff spot, even with the left.
Yep, welcome to the MLB, Josiah Gray. Now here is the 1-0.
I promise he is going to get a hit against the lefty.
Posey takes a strike.
Might wind up being the biggest hit of the year. You never know.
Never know. Now Wade's got 9 home runs, so the Giants have the 6 guys who already have 10 or more, and they have 2 more knocking on the door.
So Lamont Wade has been outstanding this year for the Giants in the leadoff spot.
Tonight.
1-1 to Posey. That is
After
foul
that
back.
Slider. That's a good slider.
It's the first time you've seen it. That kind of buckled him. Definitely took his legs out.
What did the Giants tell us when they acquired the
Posey
Wade?
walked in
We
the
love
first
his
inning.
approach. We love his at-bats.
So this is
has
it.
power.
So he has now had an
Help him
official at bat.
tap into that power.
Now here's the 1-2 to Buster. Check swing. He did not go. And the count goes even at 2-2.
I was confident in making that call.
Well, yeah, you never know, though. I mean, that's
That was a 413-foot home run for Lamont Wade. Wow. So here's a 2-2 to Buster Posey.
2-2.
Posey grounds that to center field. Muncy dives, but it gets past him, and Buster Posey has a single. A 1-out single for Buster Posey.
With a 1-out single.
So Muncy tried his best to get that ball, but it just got past
Ray
him.
out of the stretch for the first time. Fastball right back up the middle. And Buster Posey, who's always been the best fastball hitter on the Giants.
Once he was so close to driving that, making an outstanding play.
9.
Yeah, just went. Oh, it just went right under his glove. Wow. Now bring up Mike Yastrzemski.
Rolled his Chapman back then. He was the
Yastrzemski is 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play.
New to the big leagues against Chapman and just ripped his fastball.
Not a problem.
First pitch to Yastrzemski. He'll show bunt, but he'll take the ball low.
Took the pitch outside.
So Posey has the second most career hits as a Giant at Dodger Stadium with 92. He is just behind Willie McCovey. He has 92 and McCovey has 95.
Willie McCovey's in his sights.
How about that face, huh?
That's a pretty good group.
Wow.
And the 1-0 to
All
Yastrzemski.
guys who got booed loudly in LA.
He takes a curveball for a strike. I think that was a curveball, and the count's 1-1.
And loudly and often.
I don't know if that was a curveball. Let me check.
Covey, Mays, Posey, Bonds, Clark.
A lot of history in those guys.
Yeah.
If it was a curveball. Now here's 1-1 to Yastrzemski.
His second at bat.
Yaz fouls it off.
He got robbed, I thought. I mean, it was a good play by Albert Pujols, but Yastrzemski had a really good at bat his first time up, hit a hard ground ball to first base, and Albert smothered it and started to double play.
I believe he thought he was robbed too. Running down the first base line, yelling at Pujols, "You're not supposed to make that play, you old geezer."
Now here's 1-2 to Yastrzemski.
1-2.
He fouls it off again.
Ball fouled off. Hey, by the way, since we're talking Lemoyne College, I mean, that was a good pull by you, Tom Browning, Jim DeShays. That's good. Now Josiah Gray, Dan Peterson, who does a lot of things for our Giants telecast, but also sort of covers up all the research holes that I have. Ryan Murphy, Giants drafted him in 2020. He's at San Jose out of Lemoyne.
So another 1-2
He's
pitch to Mike Yastrzemski.
He's got 93 strikeouts.
He hits it high to right field, but not
Right
deep.
field, fairly
McKinstry coming in. He makes a catch.
deep.
And there's two away.
So I was right.
Yastrzemski's
They do have
0 for
a
2.
Lemoyne kid, the Giants do in mind.
You're absolutely right.
He's a name to remember, Ryan Murphy.
Now bring up cleanup hitter today, Wilmer Flores.
Get another Murph in the clubhouse. Come on. Can't have too many Murphs in the clubhouse.
Cannot. Here's Wilmer. Doubled off the wall in right center field. Back in the second against the opener, Nunez. Now Gray. This is his first.
So Flores doubled and scored off the
making his
Dickerson
major
home run.
debut.
first pitch to Wilmer. Takes a strike on the low outside corner, and the count's 0-1.
Throw 96 and hit that outside corner at the knees like that. You're going to have a nice career. Most of his fastballs are.
So now the 0-1 to
fastballs.
Flores.
That's the one he's going to get the least amount of movement with the most amount of velocity.
That is a swing and a miss strike, too.
Slider there,
And
strike
Gray
two.
is one strike away from throwing his first career MLB
That's a pretty good
strikeout.
pitch. We have not seen Wilmer chasing much lately.
That's true.
He's been locked in.
He has been in the strike zone.
So now here's 0-2 to Flores.
Posey at first, 2 down.
Flores
Slider wasn't
fouls it.
quite as perfect. Flores
Fouls it
fought
back,
off.
and the
That was
count's
still a
0-2.
pretty good-looking pitch.
When you see a guy this young, he's 23, making his debut, you always look and see if he shakes off a catcher, which, for the most part, the catcher will tell you, do not shake me off. But then, yet, it does tell you about a guy if he does. Because the bottom line is, the pitcher always has veto power.
Now here's 0-2 to Flores.
He can shake off a veteran catcher.
Set that target in. The fastball
That was a
came
check
up.
swing. That was, and it was high, but Flores fouls it off.
Yeah, shows you a little something, confidence, if you're willing to do it. First time out there. Wade Jr., a booming home run, has added to the Giants' lead. 22 pitches
Another 0-2
here
to
for
Wilmer.
Gray in the first inning of his career. Another 0-2.
Flores, that was low and inside. Pujols is going, it goes off the netting.
Maybe he just knew he had no chance.
Count stays 0-2. So Giants making Gray work in his first ever
Albert
MLB
laughing with Buster,
inning.
I think, about going after that one.
Making him work 23
Whether he saw it or
pitches.
not. It's kind of that time of night where every once in a while you see a ball get lost up there in the twilight sky.
Yeah, it is a tough sky. No question.
So he is 0-2 now to Wilmer.
I think those two guys at first base will be in Cooperstown together someday.
Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Counts 1-2.
So
That was in the
maybe
dirt.
get a look at what this young right-hander has. Break a ball. No, I didn't go. Although we've seen it called. I don't even think that's even close to the 50-50 zone. But
No, I don't. No, he definitely did
we've
not
seen
go
it
there.
called.
So now here's the 1-2 to Wilmer. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Josiah Gray has his first career strikeout, and that ends the inning. So Lamont Wade Jr. destroys a baseball to right field, and it's 3-1 Giants after 2.5. Bye, baby. And I'll be right back. I need to do something real quick. I'll be right back for the start of the bottom of the third. Be right back for the start of it. Okay, I am back.
Well, here's a look from the T-Mobile coverage cam. The coverage cam at Dodger Stadium is the backstop RoboCam located right behind home plate. The backstop Robo.
So here is Josiah
shots from
Gray
play
hitting.
field. It gives viewers a view from the box seats.
So let's see what Josiah Gray can do with the bat.
On a beautiful night in LA. Now the new pitcher got his first inning out of the way. Here's his first at bat.
Takes a strike, and the count's 0-1.
He's not a real big guy, Josiah Gray.
Yeah, but he went to Lemoyne College.
0-1 pitch to Gray.
Small school, small
Swing and a
town.
miss. He looks like he wanted to go yard there, and the
Bill
count's
Mullally,
0-2.
shortstop, 6'1", 190.
That was inside.
Began his career as a shortstop. Here you go.
Okay, and he's got a hit.
The 0-2. Gray fouls it.
That's a good hack right
Yeah.
there.
If Alex Wood didn't know that he had to take this guy seriously with a bat in his hand, I think that swing would say, okay.
0-2 pitch to Gray.
Breakable.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Wood's fourth, and there's one away.
That's 4 strikeouts in a row. Second time
So
Taylor
4
doubled.
straight strikeouts for Alex Wood, now bringing up Chris Taylor.
First run of the game.
And of course, the Giants killer Max Muncy on deck.
Really good play. player, Chris Taylor.
Taylor's 1 for 1. He doubled in the first and scored.
Versatility with the glove. I mean, he can play both sides of second base. He can play center field. When you can do that, you can play everything else. And play them well.
Chris Taylor's had a great season so far for the Dodgers.
Hernandez were just
First pitch to
remarkable
Taylor.
as to how versatile they were.
Inside and high for ball
When I
1.
first saw Chris Taylor, though, I just thought he had a big hole in his swing. He swung too hard. He just didn't have a lot of back control. But, I mean, he's gotten better at the plate every year. He's a good player. All-star.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and miss, and counts 1-1. So Wood looking to strike out 5 straight Dodgers.
His feet are moving as the pitcher's throwing the ball.
Well, I mean, you could do all that provided, you get your front foot down in time for the pitch. I mean, but a lot of moving parts.
Here's the windup and delivery from Wood. Taylor hits it to right field, and that will go into the stands. Foul.
I mean, he likes to walk into his swing. And, those are the kind of guys that, you'd like to have Johnny Cueto pitch to him. Because he's got so many different deliveries. Guys who like to
Here's
walk
the
into
1-2.
swings, they have hard times with those guys.
That's
I'm saying
way
it's
high, and the
50,
count's
100,
even
like
now
that
at
with Johnny
2-2.
No info?
No info. I thought I had some info for you.
Oh,
And here's a
man.
2-2 to Taylor.
Dan Peterson.
Taylor
Dan
fouls
Peterson.
back.
Still 2-2.
But when you think about all the things that Johnny Cueto does to upset the timing of a hitter before he even releases the ball, a guy like Chris Taylor, who has the walk-in approach, figure that those are the guys that he'd have the most success with. Not a lot of
Now
guys
here's
like this
2-2.
around, but he's definitely one of them.
Inside for ball 3, and the count goes
Count
full.
3-2.
So I think with Max Muncy on deck, no, Justin Turner on deck. Muncy's batting
Turner
3rd
on
today.
deck, and then Max Muncy.
That makes me a little bit better. But Taylor gets on, Max Muncy will probably come up. 3-2 to Taylor. Swing and a miss, strike
with the
3.
breaking ball.
5 straight retired by Wood via the strikeout in the
5
two-way.
straight strikeouts for Alex Wood.
And now bring up Justin Turner.
It's a rule on our broadcast. If you strike out 5 guys in a row, you get a Pacifico.
Or 2, or 5.
Here's Justin Turner. First pitch to Turner.
Justin Turner.
Inside for ball 1.
That's ball 1 inside. Chris Taylor against Johnny Cueto, 3 for 13, 5 strikeouts.
Any home runs?
A double, no home runs.
So now the 1-0 to Justin Turner.
Except
And
for
Wood's
Danny
45th
P.
pitch.
Danny P. On you, Danny P.
Inside
Now,
again,
I
the
should
count's
be
2-0.
capable of-
The last thing you want to do with Max Muncy on deck is walk Justin Turner. So the last thing you want to do if you're
Well,
Alex Wood.
give me till 2025.
He's
and I'll
off
have
1
that
today,
down.
flew out in the
I do have
first.
high expectations out of you. I got to be honest.
Got a lot going on here, Mike.
But Danny P.
Now the
is
2-0
a Davis
to
guy,
Justin
so
Turner.
I'm not surprised.
Low and inside again.
Turner, and
Counts
Alex
3-0.
Wood's not happy. You got Muncy on deck.
You cannot walk Justin Turner with Max Muncy on deck, Wood. Come on. Max Muncy's probably going to homer if Turner gets on base here. So
3-0. I mean, it's just not even. It's become redundant now. It's just a great pitch to hit. Why not? You're looking for
3-0
damage,
now to Turner.
especially with a guy like Muncy on deck.
Turner calls time.
Time granted pretty late. I mean, in the era where there's no such thing as a fastball count, 3-0, why wouldn't you?
Just great pitch to hit.
3-0 now to Turner. That's a strike in the canceling one.
Call. Not exactly to the target, but it worked.
Trying to get in on the hands. I mean, and that's a guy who's that close to the plate like Turner is. I mean, that's your target if you're a left-hander. But you gotta
3-1
get
to
in.
Turner. Another strike in the canceling 2.
The outside, 3-0 to
3 out of 3 and 2. Let's go, Wood.
That's just
Wood gets a strikeout. He has retired 6 straight people with a strikeout. Wow.
Isn't it fun? He had 2 or 3 starts there where he had no feel for that pitch. He's got the feel right now.
It's another 3-2 to Turner.
3-2.
That hit him.
Hit it.
And Turner takes
Breaking
first.
ball. I don't know if it got his back knee or his shin, but it sounded like a ball.
And Turner looks hurt. Damn. And Turner will walk to first, so he looks like he's okay. Luckily, Turner's okay.
I think it was knee
It was
high.
right on the
Which
knee.
he got, though.
Ouch. Oh,
Yeah,
my.
at the front knee. That's a bad spot right there.
So here's Max Muncy.
I mean, that's just kind of like, imagine a funny bone on your leg, like you have on your elbow, and that's what that feels like, the spot he got hit. It's just an awful place to get hit.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I mean, he stands closer to the plate than maybe anybody, but that one,
And he gets hit a lot because of it. That one
Here's
got
a
him.
Giants killer, Max Muncy. I'm almost certain Max Muncy's going to homer here, and it's going to be a tie game.
here. 2 outs and a runner on.
Pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
His run pitch count up
Because
too.
Muncy
I mean,
just
he was pretty stingy coming in.
killing the
He
Giants
had
this
to
season.
work. And now he's really going to have to work.
First pitch to Muncy is low.
Wants to be ball.
Muncy and RBI single in the first
Yeah,
inning.
get one that's got a couple outs in it.
I think he'd take 1 out right now.
Yeah, he would take one.
Once he had the hit to knock in the run in the first.
Now the
inning
1
for
out of
Dodgers,
Muncy.
Just a little ground ball.
That's straight down the middle.
Strike one.
Luckily, Muncy didn't swing, and the count's 1-1.
Turner trying to test that leg. Wade's not holding him on.
Now here's the
I
1-1,
behind him.
and Wood steps off the bag.
I mean, I would be shocked. I know a lot of hitters, when they do get drilled by a guy, they want to steal a base if they can. But I think Turner's past that, especially where he got hit in the knee. But you never know.
1-1 to Muncy,
It's Muncy with a fastball.
and that is Muncy. So Wood's unraveling.
Get the Dodgers' attention.
Well, it's got Alex Wood talking to himself. This one is a fastball that
That drilled him in the
I
back.
think he tried to overthrow it and it wound up going right into the 3 on his back. And these are, old teammates that he's drilling.
There'll be a
That's
mound
great time
visit.
for Andrew Bailey to come out and say, "Hey, are you doing that on purpose?" But just more than anything else.
Yeah, I do. Wood has been unraveling. I don't think it's intentional, but
It's just to stay in shape, but
still not great pitches thrown by Wood. Drills 2 straight Dodgers.
Albert Pujols is coming up here. 2 outs, no
Here's
one
Albert
on.
Pujols.
Looking like a chance for a stress-free inning. Up to 5 straight strikeouts, but 2 consecutive hit batters.
well, and the other thing too about Albert Pujols, I mean, he's always been the biggest kid on the team, and they always
Pujols
feel
is
like
off when he grounded into a double play in the
you
first.
need to stick up for guys that get drilled. And the way he does it is not with his fist, but with his bat head.
First pitch to
He's taking this
Pujols.
to bat personal.
Throw a pickoff throw, and Solano thought he got him. Now the Giants
Solano
don't have a challenge. So
thought-
he's pointing to the dugout,
Oh,
but
come
they
on.
can't look at it.
I thought they had him too.
They had Turner at second, but the Giants wasted a dumb challenge on a hit by pitch.
Close.
They had him. He's out, and they can't challenge.
That hurts.
Challenge was used up early in the game.
First pitch to Pujols. Strike. Counts on 1 now.
Strike 1 with breaking ball.
Now you hold your breath.
Yep.
Now here's the 0-1 to Albert Pujols. And Wood will step off the bag.
Well, you always know when you're in a moment.
The 0-1 now.
He's a whole bunch.
Pujols grounds it to Solano. He throws to first with Pujols' speed. He didn't even get close, and that ends the inning.
From Alex Wood. You're right. That was a big moment.
And after 3, the Giants lead 3-1, and I'll be back to the start of the 4th.
To introduce my friend.
Yeah, Pujols is so slow.
John Miller. John, welcome.
Man, we may have a little bad blood here at Dodger Stadium tonight.
Yeah, well, the Dodgers have been hit 3 times. Granted, 2 of them have been breaking balls, but that last one was definitely serious.
And you saw we had some great shots of Alex Wood sort of chastising
So
himself.
here's the first pitch to the Dick. He takes strike straight down the middle.
Alex Dickerson, who hit a screaming home run down the right field line to put the Giants ahead of the second inning, takes that breaking ball for a strike from Josiah Gray.
0-1 now to Dickerson. That's another curveball for a strike, and he counts 0-2.
Strike 2 call.
Well, I'd be shocked if Gray did anything. I remember this is his debut. He's just a 23-year-old baby. I mean, for him to go out there and start drilling guys because you're
0-2 to Dickerson. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and it's a 3-pitch strikeout for Gray, and there's 1 away.
Ball for the strikeout. He made short work of Dickerson there. 1 away.
0-2, good hard curveball. Said he's got 4 pitches.
I bring up Donovan Solano or Donnie
For the most
Barrels.
part, he's been throwing that hard slider, but that was a curveball, and he saved it for a good time, an 0-2 count, and that was an 0-2 surprise. That's the first
Solano is 0 for 1. He
Dickerson
lined down
ever
the second
seen that
inning.
pitch.
Gray would like a quick inning here. He labored in that third
First
inning.
pitch to
25
Solano.
pitches, his first big league inning.
Solano
And the
fouls
first
him
ball
off,
on the
and the counts
outside,
0-1.
fouled by Solano, who lined out to right and was victimized on a diving catch by McKinstry in the second inning. Giants leading 3-1. They've hit 2 home runs. The 2-run shot by Dickerson in the
Now
second.
here's the 0-1 to Solano.
Moonshot in the third.
Swing and a miss. Counts 0-2.
Breaking ball has been impressive. You know, about 25 pitches into your night, that adrenaline that you had the first innings, or your first inning, which was the third inning of this game, that adrenaline's going to be gone. So his command.
So here's the 0-2 to Solano. That's in the dirt for ball 1.
One ball. 1-2 the count. We'll say it again. His command has been great.
Yeah, his.
And here's
command is
1-2 to
unbelievable.
Solana. Fouls it off. It's out the back, and the count's 1-2. Stays 1-2.
Or in the hittable area, wasn't it?
That was a hanger. I got to keep this up.
1-2. His command has been great, hasn't it?
He's going to get a walk.
So here's the 1-2 again to Solana.
This guy is considered the Giants, the Dodgers' #1 prospect for their minor league system.
Way high and outside, the count's
2-2
2-2.
the count now. And some pretty good names in Dodger uniforms.
Now the 2-2.
Made their major
The
league
wave going on at Dodger
debut.
Stadium.
Giants.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2
That
away.
is the strikeout.
Well, the Dodgers are coming to San Francisco for a midweek 3-game series, July 27th through the 29th. And both the Tuesday and Wednesday games are evening starts at 6:45. You can enjoy a matinee game on Thursday at 12:45, the 29th. So plan ahead. Go to get your tickets at sfgiants.com right now.
I bring up Mike Trashman.
They will be there.
First pitch to
Mike
the
Chalkman
garbage
struck out
man.
swinging his first time against the left-hander Nunez.
Takes outside for ball 1.
1 ball and no strikes. Giants have now hit 140 home runs this year. This is their 94th game.
Now the 1-0 to Mike Talkman.
Still are atop the league in that category.
Check swing.
Check swing.
He looks like he went,
And-
but they say he went. Okay. That's
The
1-1.
LA telecast decided not to show it.
Trash man struck out in the
The
second.
first base umpire said it was a strike, a swing. The third base umpire.
Now here's the 1-1 to Talkman.
1-1 to Talkman.
Way high and outside, the count's
2
2-1.
out, nobody on here. Gray gave up a 1-out home run to Lamont Wade Jr. Then Posey got a base hit. Yastrzemski getting a fly ball, but he struck out Flores in the third, then struck out both Dickerson and Solano to start this.
Now the 2-1 to Trash man.
2 down, bases empty.
Outside again, the count's 3-1.
3-1.
Tyler Estrada is on deck.
Pitches 4 fastballs. Those last 2 very easy takes for Talkman, who's got a good eye.
And Talkman saw fastballs from Nunez in his first at bat as well.
Now here's the 3-1 to Talkman. Check swing. He went, and the count goes full.
Now that is a very low strike.
But that's, I saw you, that's the help you get. You don't get much belt help, you get knee help. This is definitely
Well, he did not go, but that was a called
Yeah, well,
strike.
that's the view you get from the dugouts, and you can see the reaction of the Giants dugout. They didn't like that.
Then 3-2 to
Or should
Talkman.
they?
Curveball for a strike, and Gray strikes out the side.
Ball. He strikes out the side. AJ Pollock. coming
3-1
up against
after
Washington.
3.5. Be right back again for the start of the bottom of the 4th.
brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, the Painter's Paint Store. And by Mercury Insurance. Get a quote at mercuryinsurance.com.
Downtown LA, the LA skyline, Dodger Stadium in Chavez Ravine up above the downtown.
So here's AJ
skyline.
Pollock. He swings and misses strike one. The count's 0-1.
Swinging strike one by AJ
Hopefully, Wood
Pollock.
doesn't
He got hit by
drill
a
two
pitch.
Dodgers or something.
That one, we couldn't find any replays that showed that it hit it.
Well, plus, if it's going to hit you in the shin, you're at least going to rub it or acknowledge it, or you're going to do something. There's going to be reaction, which we never saw. And I think that was what the Giants wanted to have a second look at.
Now here's the 0-1 to Pollock.
Ability to challenge.
And that's a called strike, and the count's 0-2.
Strike two. And they had a play to challenge it in the previous inning at second base. They couldn't do it. Could have been a big deal. Wood went ahead and got Pujols in the ground ball. So
0-2 now.
Academic choking up a little bit there is Pollock with 2 strikes.
That is, he somehow got a piece of that, and the count stays at 0-2.
3 pitches, 3 sliders. The first 2 by way of the back door. This time he goes back in again at the back foot. That's the thing about Wood I think is so special, is that you get this unusual breaking ball because it's big, it's late breaking, but he can spot it outside corner, inside corner when he's on. And his last 3 starts, he's really had a good breaking ball, and he's been able to do that.
0-2 to Pollock. That is foul back.
Foul back to the screen. Had a big rip at it with the arms extended. Pollock's had a history against Wood. He's had some good moments against Wood in the past.
He's a good fastball hitter, too. You can throw him 32 breaking balls in a row, try to sneak one fastball on by him, and he's on it. He's just one of those guys.
Now here's the 0-2.
2 strikes to count. 3-1 Giants, last of the 4th.
That's outside for ball 1.
Away.
So on a rate could be none of it. She says beat LA. Yup, was beat LA today.
You mentioned that his last 3 starts, 2.08 earned run average.
So now here is the 1-2 to Pollock.
In those starts.
Pollock hits it deep right field. Yastrzemski going back, but he has room. And he makes gets those 1 away.
But hit by a guy who's used to hitting the ball hard against Alex Wood most of the time.
Hey, you get guys that have personal ownage on you. Anyhow you get is a good one.
So here is Bellinger. So if you're Alex Wood, you don't care if he hit it high and hit it hard and whatnot. Hey, that's an out.
So here's Cody Bellinger.
142 miles an hour. Finds a glove. That's a good pitch.
First pitch to Bellinger.
Bellinger struck out his first
That's
time.
outside for ball 1.
1 ball and no strikes.
That's a glove. That's a good pitch.
First pitch to
Dodgers got a run in the first inning.
Bellinger's 0-1. He struck out in the second inning.
Although with a single. The Giants got
1-0 to Bellinger.
Second.
Swing and a miss. And that was at the same location as the last pitch, and the count's 1-1.
Yeah, but that's something you get used to, John, as a pitcher. In amateur baseball, if a guy hits a ball hard off, you'd be ticked off about it, right?
Now here's the 1-1 to Pollock.
Baseball, you get over that quick.
That means Bellinger. Bellinger grounds that right to Wade, and Wade will toss to Wood instead of stepping on the bag, and it's just in time for the second out. Dodgers may look at this.
Who's got outstanding speed and
Just in time for the second
a
out.
little bit of a slide there.
What's going on, Veronica Roybo?
I'll tell you,
Well, welcome to the stream, Veronica.
If you run through it, but
That was super close, let's say.
Speed, I mean, he's 6'4", and he runs this fast.
Yep, that was in time.
No question, though, that Wood got there first.
Bellinger is super quick.
Yeah, if you run through the bag, you're a little bit quicker than doing that to the bag.
Well, Wood's path was a little strange. I mean, he did a 360 get going. About halfway to the route, he stopped or slowed down. Then he had to kick it back in gear.
Here's Austin Barnes. He fouls the first pitch off, and the count's 0-1.
Now, hey, Bellinger's had some injury problems. He's missed a huge.
Barnes is 0-1. He
2 months
struck
worth
out in
of
the
time
second.
this year. Maybe he went into the slide just to make sure there was no collision.
Yeah. It is a way to protect yourself, although.
0-1
he
to
hit
Barnes
the
is a
bag
strike.
with his lead foot, and, he could have hurt himself doing that. I've seen ankles pop.
0-2 the count to Austin Barnes, who struck out his first time. Cody
So now he does the 0-2 to Barnes.
the bleachers, although they don't use the word bleachers at Dodger Stadium.
Barnes, nice diving play by Flores, but he cannot get the throw off.
Couldn't quite get a handle on it. And Barnes, as catchers go, is
And Barnes has a 2-out single.
I think he's one of the top 3 fastest catchers in the
I bring up
National
Zach McKinstry.
League. And he just doesn't give you a second chance. If you can't find, everything's got to be perfect. He lays
So
out.
Flores
puts the
dived, but he
barrel
just
up,
cannot
spurs
get it off. He
Now
just
he's
cannot
gotta
throw
get
that
to
ball in time.
a point of balance where he can get his feet and get his stride. That little stumble right there, no chance. That's all it took, and Barnes took advantage of it.
I mean, he really looked like his arm got 6 inches longer.
Just a little bit off balance.
So here's Zach McKinstry.
Here's McKinstry, struck out looking his first time.
First pitch to McKinstry. Strike one. He
The
counts
outside
1-1.
corner with a fastball. Wood has 5 strikeouts, which he got in succession. Struck out Bellinger, Barnes, McKinstry, Gray, and Taylor. One right after
So now
the
the
other.
0-1 to Zach
In
McKinstry.
between 3 hit batsmen.
McKinstry deep right
Yes,
field. It's going to
back
drop
field
for a base
catch on
hit.
this one.
Barnes is getting will stop at third, and the Dodgers have second and third with 2 outs, and now bring up Josiah Gray.
A double from McKinstry, second and third.
So it's a double for Zach
Pitcher
McKinstry.
Gray coming up.
Take a look at the breaking ball. Had a little hang to it, middle end. And if you're hitting from the left side, the left-hander gives you a ball middle end up there above the knee. That's the one that says hit me, and McKinstry didn't miss it. And Barnes, I mean, with a 2-out judge, just gives you an idea how good that relay was from Yastrzemski to be able to get it to Estrada and back in the infield. And Dino Ebel had the third base coach had to hold him up. That's just all Yastrzemski.
So Josiah Gray will hit.
You saw that relay. just
So let's see
one
what
hop
Gray
right
will
across
do at with the bat here. He can drive in 2 runs. He can help those own calls.
Well, here's Josiah Gray trying to help the Dodgers cause with his bat now.
And he's got a good swing. He found that out in his first at bat.
Former
First pitch to
shortstop.
Gray. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1. Wood did strike him out ultimately in that third inning.
There's Dino Ebel, the third base coach, getting down the line, putting up the stop sign, and that had everything to do with how that ball was played by Yastrzemski and right.
Now the 0-1 to Josiah Gray. That is a swing and a miss and counts 0-2.
I mean, hit.
So what is the
They
throw
don't
this
want
ball
you to hit,
outside
though,
here?
if you're the right
Just
fielder there.
cannot. I don't
But a
think
good
Rich is throw strike
quick
because
throw
Gray looks
right
like he can
here,
hit.
relay man,
He looks like he can hit.
and
Josiah
let
Gray.
him send it home.
Just basic fundamentals, but when you get a relay like that prevents a run in a close game, it's an exceptional play.
0-2 pitch to Gray.
2 strikes to count to Gray. The Giants ahead 3-1. The Dodgers with runners at second and third.
See, that is inside for a ball.
Gray, just like a hitter, he took it.
Well, I mean, he's had 3 breaking balls prior to that one. All were swinging this at the breaking ball. So I got to believe that Alex Wood is going to give him just a steady diet of it. As good as his breaking ball has been tonight,
So now here's the 1-2 to Gray.
he's going to get a hit. It's going to be on a fastball, I would imagine.
Come on.
Wood got the first 2 hitters before
Come on, Wood.
Barnes got the infield.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the inning. And Wood strikes out Gray, and the Giants get out of the inning while giving up no runs. Let's go.
Coming up.
So at the end of 4, the Giants lead 3-1. Yep, that's a good. That's a great job getting out of Alex Wood. Great job. So we are in a commercial break going to the Giants side of the fifth. So the Dodgers in the bottom of the fourth threatened, but no runs came in to score.
Cadillac Ultimate Play. During
And we are
Giants
back.
batting practice in 1964, Giants manager Alvin Dark said to Harry Jupiter of the San Francisco Examiner, a man will land on the moon before Gaylord Perry ever hits a home run. 5 years later, on July 1969, July 20th, Apollo 11 landed on the moon at 1:17 Pacific time. 30 minutes later, Perry hit his first career home run, a solo shot off Claude Osteen of the Dodgers, and it all happened 52 years ago today.
So the Bucks won the NBA Finals. Wow. The Milwaukee Bucks are your 2021 NBA champions.
So I have a tape of the Dodger broadcast. I don't know if the Giants broadcast of that game exists, but Jerry Doggett was on the air when the announcement was made at Candlestick that Apollo 11 had landed on the moon, and people cheered. Big ovation. People were so excited.
So each team has 4 hits, and the Giants have 3 runs. Dodgers have 1 run. No team has an error. Here's Tyro Estrada.
Those kind of things didn't exist. As Tyro Estrada leads off, and then sure enough, about a half hour later, Gaylord comes up against Claude Osteen, and he hit a home run, his first.
First pitch to Estrada.
Alvin Dark.
Estrada,
Tyro,
deep right center field. Bellinger going back. Gone! Tyro Estrada goes deep, and it's 4-1 Giants. Let's go! So Tyro Estrada has a second home run as a Giants.
Wow.
What's going on, BB fan? What is going on?
So here is Alex Wood.
Here's Alex Wood. He takes a ball.
Second home run allowed by Josiah Gray in his major league.
So Bellinger made his best effort to get that ball, but it was just too deep.
Bellinger.
Great effort there.
Giants fan out there.
And the 1-0 to Wood. Takes a strike, and the count's 1-1.
Wood. hit a
Other music and
fly ball
graphics. Thank you,
first
BB
time.
fan.
What a great moment for Tyro Estrada. He struck out his first time on some high fastballs. This time he got one even higher.
1-1 to
He
Wood.
blasted it.
He swings at about way outside and low, and the count's 1-2.
You saw how the great shot of Bellinger trying to vault himself up above that wall. If it had been catchable, he would have caught it.
Yeah.
1-2 to Wood is in the dirt for ball 2. So now the 2-2 to Wood. Wood fouls it off.
He's had some pretty good swings in these two at bats against Josiah Gray.
We thought his last at bat was the best at bat he's ever had in a Giants uniform. Then he flied out to right. But I mean, he's 0 for 26 this year, and he's got 18 strikeouts. For him to
So
battle
here's the
against
2-2.
pitches out of a pitcher, that's a good at bat.
That is called strike 3, and there's one away.
Strike 3 call.
That brings up Lamont
Fifth
Wade.
strikeout
That's Gray's
today.
5th strikeout.
In 2 1/3 innings in his major league debut, but 2 home runs allowed as well. The other one, after Estrada's here, the other one was hit by Lamont Wade Jr. back in the 3rd. And maybe that was the longest one that Wade has hit as a Giant. because it was a majestic blast. I thought it hit the back wall of the
So
right field bullpen. I think it
52% of the
actually
Giants'
went above the
runs
back
have
wall
been
of the bullpen
via the
off
home
railing.
run. Wow.
Giants, all of their runs in this game are
Pitch to
home
Wade is
runs.
outside for ball 1.
And they have the highest percentage of runs produced on home runs, as you see right there, of any team in the majors.
Now here's the 1-0 to Lamont.
Other
To
national team
Lamont.
on that list is the Braves
Takes a strike and the count's 1-1.
on the outside corner.
It's on the
Gray
low outside
was
corner.
susceptible to the long ball, even though his numbers overall were great in AAA this year. They gave up a home run every 5 innings.
1-1 to Wade. In the dirt for ball
Well,
2.
Remember, he's only throwing one type of fastball. That's a four-seam fastball. One thing he will definitely
So if the
learn out
Bucks won
here
the
is
NBA
two-seam
Finals
fastball
by a
and
final
how
score of
cancer.
105 to
Once you do
98.
that, you're going to get a different type of movement.
Wade's 1 for 2. We had that monster solo home run in the third inning. So now here's the 2-1 to Wade.
He just got here yesterday.
Wade hits that to
Backhanded by Muncy.
by Muncy, and he throws to Pujols for the second out.
Lamont Wade Jr. is now one
Nice
for
play by
three,
Muncy.
although
And it's
the
2-1.
one was pretty impressive, a home run back in the third.
Bring up
Two
Buster
down now.
Posey.
And Wade hit that ball, and he hit it on the ground, but he hit it pretty hard. Here's Buster, who has walked and singled. Giants ahead 4-1.
Posey's on phone. He had a
The
walk
fifth inning.
and he
Dodgers,
singled.
who are without Clayton Kershaw, he's on the injured list. Trevor Bauer, who is on administrative leave.
First pitch to Posey. That's a curveball high and inside, and the count's 1-0.
Have been having bullpen games, sometimes twice through every turn through the rotation.
So now here's the 1-0 to Posey. Posey takes a strike, and the count's 1-1.
Buster. And they had a lot of rumors about the Dodgers talking to teams about acquisitions before the trading deadline, which is a week from Friday.
Posey swings and misses, and the count's 1-2.
So we've seen all four of the pitches that we've seen from Gray: the fastball, four-seamer, curveball, slider, and the changeup, and every one of them have been swing and miss. That's good stuff.
So now here's the 1-2 to Posey.
Jude had nobody on a run in.
That's outside for ball 2.
Pulled that one a little bit off the outside. 2-2 now to Buster. Posey hitting .333 for the year at the moment. And a .425 on base average.
So now here's the 2-2 to Posey. The 2-2. That is low for ball 3, and the count goes full.
Great take there on a would-be strikeout pitch.
That's the second time you've seen it. He's got a little database going on him now in regards to what type of stuff he has. You're right. It was.
So now the 3-2 to Buster.
3-2.
Posey walks.
That
And it's a 2-out base runner for the
called
Giants,
many
and Mike
times in this
Yastrzemski
game
comes up.
already by Dana Sognet. So Buster gets the walk. Although our StatCast strike zone is saying that that's a strike.
Well, not with a Sagna. I mean, he likes that low strike. You'll get help down there below the knees, but you get very, very belt help.
Here is Yastrzemski.
So here's Mike Yastrzemski. He's 0 for
Yes,
2.
he's 0 for 2. He has not had a hit in the series yet. So there's Posey with Albert Pujols again. Third time that Buster's been at first base.
First pitch to Yaz. Takes a strike that was way outside, and the count's 0-1.
You got to hit too about Gray. I mean, when he's not in the strike zone, I mean, for the most part, since the adrenaline has worn off, he's been close to the strike zone. I mean, those are good pitches.
So here's the 0-1 to
He doesn't have that
Yastrzemski.
little box that we're seeing.
Check swing. It looks like he went,
Swung at it,
and he did.
and he was badly fooled on that
Yaz is swinging at everything today.
one. 0-2. Tried to check, couldn't do it. Yaz got off to a great start after the All-Star break. The 2-home run game in St. Louis on Friday. And 2 more hits on Sunday, but no hits at all. Not even a walk. Has never gotten to first base.
Now here's the 0-2 to Yastrzemski. It's high for ball 1.
Good pitch. Again, just missing above the strike zone. A lot of guys that swing at that, especially at that velocity.
So now here's the 1-2 to Yastrzemski. Crushes it right field. That is destroyed. Gone. 6-1, Mike Yastrzemski. Let's go. 6-1 Giants. Mike Yastrzemski goes yard. So that's Yastrzemski's 15th home of the season. That's the first time he's even been on base this series. 6-1 Giants.
4th home run of the game for the Giants in these 5 innings.
Here's Wilmer Flores. He swings and misses.
On 1 to Wilmer Flores. Wilmer hit one that was almost a home run to deep right center.
Flores is 1 for 2. He had a double in the second and scored a run.
For a double leading off the second. Just before
And that was off the Dickerson home run. 0-1 to Flores. Swings and misses again. He does not look too good out there.
Seeing that spin at all.
Counts 0-2.
He's stepping out of that box a second time, having a long word with himself. When you're not seeing that slider spin, I mean, you're really disadvantaged, and he's not picking it up.
0-2 to Wilmer. He takes and the counts 1-2. That was in the dirt.
1-2 now. Dickerson, Wade, Estrada, and Yastrzemski. Fully half of the hitters in the Giants starting lineup have all gone deep.
Now here's the 1-2
The
to
first 5 innings
Flores.
of this game
Good take in the counts 2-2.
against 2 Dodger pitchers with very little big league experience. Darren Nunez, who started, Darian Nunez, and Giants had 1 against him. And now Josiah Gray in his major league debut. And they touched him up for 3 home runs, 2 in this inning.
Now the 2-2 to Flores. Another good take in the counts now full.
3-2.
Another good take there.
Sliders. And remember, he's not shaking Austin Barnes off. I mean, he hadn't shaken him off once tonight. Next time we see Josiah Gray, he'll be shaking off the catcher. He'll be wearing colorful
Now here's the
sleeves,
3-2 to Flores.
different color shoelaces. I mean,
Flores fouls it back, and the count stays full.
a lot of subtle ways that guys start to get into the comfort zone. But when you make it your major league debut, especially against your rival, you become part of that history. You're not going to shake the catcher off. The only time you're going to shake is if he tells you to shake.
So now here's the 3-2 to Flores.
Then it's not shaking off a sign. That's just letting your head kind of shake.
Flores pops up to the right. Pujols is there.
And it is
But
Max
Muncy will come in and he'll make the catch at the end of the inning.
But the Giants,
The Giants get
2
3.
home runs.
An Estrada solo shot
Leading off
and a
the field
Yastrzemski
over the center
2-run
field.
homer and 6-1
And then
after
later with
4.5.
Yastrzemski, boom, into the bullpen.
Yep, it is a home run full game, BB
2
fan.
of the 4 home runs they've hit tonight.
Giants go bye-bye, baby,
Giants
twice.
6-1 after 4.5.
And I'll be right back for the start of the Dodgers side of the 5th. Okay, so I'm back here.
6, Dodgers 1. After the 5th inning, long way to go yet. And first ball swinging, Taylor.
Taylor hits it deep left field, and it's gone. So 6-2 now, and the Dodgers get a home run.
Taylor, who had a double up the center field wall in the first inning, homers over the.
This Taylor's a 416-foot home run.
That double in the first inning was the
And
first
it's
pitch.
6-2.
This home run comes on the first pitch of this 5th inning. He's very aggressive on that first pitch. He's always liked it, especially fastballs. But when you have a 5-run lead, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to put the pressure on the hitter, and boom.
Here's Justin Turner.
And what Alex Wood knew, just mistake the location. If a guy's a first ball fastball hitter and he's aggressive, like Taylor.
First pitch to Turner. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Like this pitch he just threw Turner. Turner's another guy that's aggressive with the fastball on the first pitch, especially against lefties. But throw it to your location. Throw it out of the strike zone. Let him help you. That pitch to Taylor was in the strike zone. He made a play. The pitch to Turner was above the strike zone. He gets
0-1 to Turner. Outside for ball 1.
1-1 now to Justin Turner, who was flied out to right and then got hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning.
Changeup really hasn't been there much tonight for Alex Wood. It's been pretty much fastball.
1-1 to Turner. That is
A foul
foul to the right.
off the right field line. 1-2. Giants have hit 4 homers. Dodgers have now hit 1.
So now here's the 1-2 to Turner. Turner pops it up to right. Yastrzemski doesn't even have to move. And he managed to get those 1 away.
1 away.
I'll bring up Max Muncy, who's probably going to homer again because he owns us.
By the way, has started to go to work now. Back of Alex Wood.
John Brebbia starting to get stretched. This is how you want to face Max Muncy. Nobody on, 4-run lead.
Muncy, and I thought it was a pretty good pitch. From
First
Wood.
pitch to Muncy.
hit right
He
on
takes
the
outside for ball 1.
and just went right through the middle of a drawn-in infield to get an RBI. As John Brebbia, as you mentioned, up in the pen for the Giants. Muncy then got hit by a pitch.
Now here's the 1-0 to Muncy.
3rd inning.
Muncy to left field. It drops just foul.
Whoa. Sean. Don't worry. Nobody can see you. I mean, it was just so ball dude-ish. Only he's 40 years younger than our guys.
Now here's the 1-1 to Muncy.
I like those other security people. They just grabbed their chairs and vaulted right over the wall.
Swing and a miss. That ball way outside, and the count's 1-2.
When's the last time we saw him have a swing like that against the Giants?
Yeah, I had a ball out of the strike zone. I don't think it's ever happened. Put that right up there with Gaylord Perry hitting a home run off Claude Osley.
Why, a very wealthy man will be going weightless into outer space before.
Now here's the 1-2 to Muncy.
Against the Giants.
Well, it happened twice.
That's low and in the dirt for ball 2.
2-2 now. Albert Pujols is on deck. We're in the 5th inning. A run in for the Dodgers.
Another 2-2 to Muncy.
In the 5th.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 2 away, and Muncy strikes out swinging. So what has looked great so far?
If you go back and you can see the red eye, he grips it like a spike curveball, but he throws it like a slider. I mean, but the break on it is quick. And you get 2 swing through
I'll bring up Albert Pujols.
strikes on Muncy. If you're a Giants pitcher, you've done something spectacular.
Here's the first pitch to
Before he's
Pujols.
at San Francisco this year.
He swings at the ball way high, and the count's 0-1.
Going after a fastball. But he couldn't get it. He's hit a couple of ground balls, one into a double play against Wood so far. He's been doing great
Here's
against
the 0-1.
pitching as a Dodger.
Takes strike 2, and the count's 0-2.
Strike 2 called, another fastball. 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Taylor led off the inning with a home run.
So now the 0-2 to Pujols. And Pujols calls time.
Timeout granted.
Would want to throw a change up there. That was the third suggestion from Posey.
Pujols base hit to right center.
The Giants who were overloaded. 3 infielders to the left of second. And Albert hits right through the wide open spot there.
Yeah, he's such a good breaking ball off speed hitter. And one thing about Pujols, I mean, his reputation in this game is that of a slugger, a guy with a lot of home runs, but he's so much more of a hitter than that, and he really showed it there. He took what Wood gave him.
I'll bring up A.J. Pollock. He got hit by a pitch in the second.
Right now, the Dodgers need base runners, and he just gave one.
Here's A.J. Pollock. He's been hit by a pitch. Although it was kind of a phantom hit by pitch. And he hit a fly ball to right his next time. He's 0 for 1. Albert Pujols was a guy, it was not unusual for him to hit 335 and hit 40 home runs. His prime with the Cardinals. The guy who a lot of people thought would win a triple crown at some point. He was a great first baseman. And he just recently, 3 days ago, moved ahead of Willie Mays on the hits list. When he just got there was, I think, number 3,286.
Here's the first pitch to A.J. Pollock. Pollock grounds out right to Flores with a throw to second to get Pujols out easily. And that ends the inning. But at the end of 5 is 6-2 Giants. Dickerson, Solano, Trash Man coming up.
.com to see the Orlando Cepeda and Juan Marichal Louisville Slugger career stat bats and the new silver chrome wood bats.
So we're back here.
Chrome baseball.
And Matt Beatty will come in for Justin Turner at third base.
We're at Dodger Stadium. Giants 6, Dodgers 2 as we move to the 6th inning. Josiah Gray, the hard-throwing young right-hander whose debut has been much anticipated by Dodger fans, considered the #1 prospect in their farm system. Alex Dickerson has hit a home run tonight and struck out against Gray. First time he faced him.
Dickerson check swing, and
Yes.
he went and canceled one.
No argument from Dickerson.
Third base umpire Jeremy Rayak on the appeal. So Dickerson's another one's had a hard time picking up that.
And here's the 0-1 to Dickerson.
Gray. It's a sharp one.
Dickerson
Got a fastball.
to left, and
Over toward the
Pollock
left.
makes the catch, and there's one away.
Carried pretty well toward that left field corner, but for an out. Now a word via WebEx by Cisco.
We need a part. Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done. With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
Giants 6, Dodgers 2, 1 out, nobody on. Donovan Solano, the hitter now.
Here's Donovan Solano.
Lined out to right.
Takes strike, and the
the
count
guy who
is
robbed
0-1.
him Of a hit with a fully extended diving catch is now at third base. Justin Turner out of the game. McKinstry has moved from right field to third base, and Matt Beatty is in right field now.
So the 0-1 to Solano.
Hey, remember when Justin Turner
So
got there,
McKinstry goes to third, and Beatty goes to right.
albeit it was a breaking ball, it was still a spot where it's going to stiffen up, and apparently it has. So McKinstry comes to third base, Matt Beatty out to right field.
Oh, man, that knocked the mask right off the head of Austin Barnes. Ouch.
Popped right in the jaw. It's just like getting punched. I mean, everybody who's ever been a catcher knows that. The only difference is, I mean, you're so relaxed. I mean, you don't tighten up to protect yourself. So he'll feel that the next couple days.
Now here's the 1-2 to Solano.
Going, man, that doesn't feel good.
Chase, strike 3.
Solano strikes out, and there's 2 away.
Struck out twice against Gray.
Well, inside Oracle Park, you can now combine your fandom of the Giants with an admiration for the Bay Area by becoming a member of the 415. Membership include a set of 10 vouchers redeemable for tickets at the 415 supporters section with access to the bullpen terrace, exclusive branded gifts, members-only live events, and game day specials on food and beverages. Go to sfgiants.com/the415.
Might be interesting.
Yeah, he looks like a 415 guy.
Here's Mike Trashman. He takes a strike outside.
A wide strike.
Maybe the widest strike of the game so far.
But, when we describe the strike zone as one that breathes, that's exactly what we're talking about. You don't get it early in the game.
Now here's the 0-1, the trash man.
You tighten back up.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
You throw that same fastball, it'd be right on the edge of the strike zone and not get it.
Giants fans with their City Connect gear.
I think it looks better on her than it does on him, to be honest.
0-2 to Talkman. 3-pitch strikeout for Gray. And Talkman does what he does best and strikes out.
This night, he has struck out 3 straight times. 7 strikeouts in 4 innings for Gray.
And I'll be right back.
Last of the 6-2 Giants.
So Alex Wood will stay in the game.
Last half of the sixth inning, Giants 6, Dodgers 2. Alex Wood.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He takes inside for a ball.
The ball one. Bellinger has struck out and grounded out to first. That batting average looks like a misprint, doesn't it?
It does.
Now the 1-0 to Bellinger. He fouls it back, and the count's 1-1.
Well, after that breaking ball, ended up well off the outside with the break. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just not timed. That front foot is giving us a problem. He can't get his foundation set. I mean, he's getting big swings off, but it's not to the speed.
Now the 1-1 to Bellinger.
Out of whack a bit.
And there's time called.
Time he missed this year. You know, you have a guy who has.
So Brebbia and Garcia warming up in the Giants bullpen. John Brebbia and Harleen Garcia.
He's not going to get 50 or 70 at bats.
Now here's the 1-1 to Bellinger.
20.
Outside, way outside, and the count's 2-1.
And speaking of that, Corey Seager may be in the lineup come tomorrow for the Dodgers. Their outstanding shortstop. He's been out for more than 2 months.
2-1 to Bellinger. Low for ball 3.
3-1.
What you don't want to do is start walking people with a 4-run lead to start an inning. And Bellinger knows it.
Austin Barnes is on deck.
The 3-1 pitch to Bellinger.
Garcia the lefty, Brebbia the righty, and the Giants bullpen.
That's a called strike outside, and the count's 3-2. A generous call called. That was a generous call.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen that pitch called a strike. But again, Bellinger is 6'4".
3 to the Bellinger. He takes outside for a ball.
That is way off the act. And Bellinger, he seemed to figure that was going to be way off the corner before it was even thrown, didn't he?
I don't think I've ever seen that before. Well, a reminder that the Olympics opening ceremony, the one night when the whole world comes together, the world's biggest show on the world's biggest stage, well, the opening ceremony of the Tokyo Olympics is this Friday at 4:30. You'll see it here on NBC.
And that's it for Alex Wood.
The night for Alex Wood
And that is it for A. Wood.
of Bellinger. The Giants will go to their bullpen with a 6-2 lead. Runner at first, nobody out. And we'll be right back.
I'll be right back. So coming in for the Giants will be John Brebbia. He will replace Alex Wood.
Giants ahead 6-2 as we play the last of the sixth inning, and Alex Wood's night is over. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
New pitcher for the Giants now, John Brebbia. See what he has done in 10 starts.
Brebbia has a 4.66 ERA. God, I do not like Brebbia.
Strike thrower. See a big 90s
Do
fastball.
not like John Brebbia.
He comes in with the right-handed hitter up, Austin Barnes, then the lefty McKinstry, and then the pitcher spot. The Dodgers bullpen gets busy now. Josiah Gray in his major league debut, and he was they wanted some length from him. He gave him 4 innings.
So here's Austin Barnes.
Runner at first, that's Bellinger. Barnes has struck out and had an
First
infield
pitch to
single.
Barnes. Takes a strike and the count's on 1.
Snapped in there for a called strike.
More breaking balls to right-handers, more change-ups to left.
That was an 82-mile-per-hour slider.
93 pitches for Alex Wood. Not unusual for the Dodgers to get a starting pitcher out of there.
Now here's the 0-1 to Barnes. Barnes hits one to left. Dickerson going back. It's down.
One hop to the wall.
Bellinger's coming home. He is safe. 6-3. God, I do not like John Brebbia. He's terrible.
Now it's 6-3. That walk has been turned into a run right now.
Brebbia is so bad.
Comes into the series hitting 200, and he's got 2 hits tonight. This is a high fastball that he just jumps on. Top hander. Dickerson never had a chance to get back, but look at all the way from first base. I mean, Bellinger, I think if they'd have put a stop sign up there, he'd have run through it anyway.
And the reaction from Alex Wood.
John Brebbia is so garbage.
Tacked onto his record, and now Barnes at second. Here is McKinstry.
McKinstry takes a strike.
Nobody out of the inning. Slider for a strike, 0-1. Long way to go yet in this game. Brebbia, he'd like to get his season turned back around. He had some problems with his old team, the Cardinals.
The 0-1 to McKinstry. McKinstry fouls it back and the count's 0-2.
Foul out of play.
Well, what we saw in St. Louis and in San Francisco, both series, Brebbia did not have a consistency to keep the ball down. He was making a lot of mistakes up. And in a sequence, he would throw a really good fastball at the knees. He'd throw a really good slider down below the knees, and then he'd hang a slider up in the zone, and he'd pay the price for it.
So now here's the 0-2 to McKinstry.
Eric Clevenger, left-hander up in the Dodger bullpen.
He fouls it off, and the count's 0-2. Stays at 0-2.
And the ball fouled off to the left. High fastball, 0-2.
Yeah, that was a high fastball by design. Good pitch.
Zach Rex, who was just brought up in the minor leagues last night, on deck.
Now the 0-2 to McKinstry. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's one away, and Brebbia has his first strikeout of the game.
Straight down drop.
That was actually a foul tip strikeout. There's one away.
Can't lay off. So that's what you want them to swing at. Not the ones in the strike zone when you have a 2-strike count.
Dave Roberts is coming out now.
Take a
plate
look at
umpire.
the piece. Can you see anything with it? No. Yeah, the other thing, too, we talked about.
So Zach Rex will pinch hit for Josiah Gray.
Sauga call a hit batsman early in the game with A.J. Pollock, and he heard something. I don't think Sauga heard anything there, or he would have called it. So he's going to go out there and ask the fellas, "Did you guys see anything? No. Did you see anything? No. Did you see anything? No." Rare that if you have a huddle at the infield with umpires, you're going to have that call overturned. Rare. If you have any shot at all, it has to go to New York.
So here's Zach Rex.
So the strikeout ruling holds. I suppose that even if Asogna
Here's the first pitch to Zach Rex.
said he tipped it, he may have ruled that Buster caught it. Although we saw on the replay that
Outside for ball one. Oh, that's a strike in the cancel one.
it bounced into the glove.
That ball bounced.
So,
But
he
dude,
said he tipped it. I mean, Buster held it aloft. It looked like to me that the umpire right there signaled foul tip. And Buster held it up to say, hey, look, I caught it.
0-1 to Rex. He pops it up.
Reviewable play.
Flores will watch it go into the stands. Foul.
Asked for a review on, and if they could have, it would have been overturned.
Yeah, we did see the sign that it was a foul ball from Asogna.
It was a very subtle little sign there, like his own little private sign.
But hey, if it's a break for the Giants, and they'll take it out any way they can get it right now with this momentum starting to shift.
But our crew, they caught it.
So now here's the 0-2 to Zach Rex.
I don't mind if an umpire if he's signaling foul ball, put his hands up in the air and make a signal so we all, maybe everybody could see it.
Yeah, give like more than one swipe.
Don't just hold your hand down by your belt and go, yeah, foul. Zach Rex.
So here's the 0-2 pitch to Zach Rex.
On to the count. Brebbia with Barnes at second. 1 out.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 2 away, and Brebbia has his second strikeout.
Oh, this one with two
I'm bringing up Chris Taylor, who homered in his last at bat.
Chris Taylor, he was having a good night against Alex Wood. A double off the center field wall and a run scored. And then a home run deep into the left field stands in the 5th inning. He's 2 for 3 in the game. Now facing Brebbia, who's checking his little note card there.
I think it says don't throw him a first pitch fastball strike. Both his hits have come on a first pitch fastball strike tonight. One a double, one a home run, as John said. So he's going to do the same thing. That's his approach. He's an aggressive guy, especially within on base.
So here's the first pitch to Chris Taylor. Taylor hits one deep. Left field, it's gone.
Way back there.
Jesus Christ, John Brebbia is awful. 6-5.
It's a 1-run game.
It's gone 6-5, of course. John Brebbia is dog crap.
Through 6 innings for Chris Taylor.
And that was a first pitch slider. And he got all of it.
I knew Taylor was gonna homer there. Knew it. Now this game's suddenly interesting.
And he's been getting hit these last couple series with the Cardinals. They were location mistakes like that.
Going into the last of the 5th inning, the Giants had a 6-1 lead. Now we're in the last of the 6th inning, and that lead is 6-5. And with the left-hander hitting Matt Beatty, followed by the left-hander Muncy, Gabe Kapler coming out. He's got
Screw you, Brebbia. Brebbia's out of the game.
heating up in the bullpen, ready to go.
Brebbia is so bad.
Double switch here with the pitcher due up second in the 7th inning.
Brebbia is so bad.
Giants will send a new center fielder out. 6-5 Giants. Last of the 6th. The plot thickens from Dodger Stadium. with
John
Matt
Brebbia
Beatty,
is
a lefty
so
coming
bad.
in.
Who's even in?
Max Muncy
Holding
right behind him.
Garcia.
So Garcia, who also worked in last night's game very successfully, retired 4 straight hitters in the middle of that game.
Here's Matt Beatty.
See what he has done in 28 games this year.
John Brebbia is so bad. Garcia has a 3.13 ERA.
For lefties and righties.
And that batting average versus lefties, the success Garcia's had against lefties, that's been kind of new this year. Last year in his first year with the Giants and the year before that with the Marlins, he was one of those reverse splits kind of guys who he was tougher on righties.
First pitch to Beatty. That's a base hit.
Right past Wilmer Flores. Matt Beatty, first ball swinging, has a hit, and now Muncy will come up. Beatty in the spot of the order where Turner had been.
First pitch fastball challenge. Up there, and then he's inside.
So Matt Beatty has a single.
Field all the way with that wide open left side. So now you have to face Beatty with one on.
Now here's the Giants killer Max Muncy. He's going to give the Dodgers a lead here.
Muncy, 1 for 2. He's
First pitch to Muncy.
been hit by a pitch tonight.
Deep left field. Giants are going to get out of this here. Dickerson makes the catch, but the Dodgers gets and make it a 1-run game.
3 runs for the Dodgers. It's a 1-run game as we head to the 7th. Estrada
Brebbia is
6-5.
terrible.
Fleming will be along.
6-5 after 6. John Brebbia is awful.
Lefty to the lefty, he swings and he pops it up left field, and it is caught by Alex Dickerson, and the Giants get out of this inning finally. Before major attack. Dodgers score 3 runs.
So Dodgers make it a 1-run game. Yeah, I do not like John Brebbia either, Bren. I do not like John Brebbia either. Please, send him down. He needs work, John Brebbia does. Now it's probably going to be Leone, Rogers, McGee. If the Giants keep the 6-5 lead, it's probably going to be Leone, Rogers, and McGee.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. In my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the.
Time out for our game summary is brought to you by Toyota. Through 6 full innings of play, it has become a nail-biter, a 1-run ball game. Giants on top with 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Dodgers with 5
Dodgers
runs,
will
9
have a
hits, no
pitching
errors.
change.
A lot of home runs tonight. 4 for the Giants. Dickerson, Wade, Estrada, Yastrzemski, and on the other side of the fence, there have been 2 home runs, both by Chris Taylor, and we have come to a 6-5 score, top of the 7th inning. And right now, there's a pitching change for the Dodgers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change.
Garrett
Auto Service.
Clevenger will come in for the
Oil
Dodgers.
Change, tune-up, and repair experts. The new pitcher, Garrett Clevenger, 20th appearance on the year with a 2.16 ERA. He's checking in and here to tell you all about it. Once again, my pal and my partner, Dave Fleming.
You handled all that beautifully. You can just keep going if you want.
I don't know. I'm out of breath, man. That did me in.
That was a lot of info. Clevenger's got good stuff on the left side. He can be a little wild. And the Giants could use.
He used Tyrell Estrada, who homered earlier.
Slater here due up. Slater came in as part of the double switch. Tyro Estrada with a home run.
First pitch to Estrada. Way high for ball one.
That one was not close.
Yeah, a home run to center field, hit it 104 miles per hour. That's an impressive swing of the bat for this guy.
Tries one for two. He had a solo homer in the fifth.
Which is what we've always heard about Tyro Estrada, even as a young player in the Yankees.
Now he was the
organization.
1-0.
Not a big guy, but he's got some pop.
Takes a strike in the counts 1-1.
7 for strike one.
Oh, Clevenger's got a healthy fastball. He's a two-pitch guy. Fastballs that go mid to high 90s, more highs than mids, and a hard slider.
So now here's the 1-1 to Tyro Estrada. Way outside for ball
But, you
two.
know, I mean, we know what a rivalry means. I mean, you're always in the add-on mode. I don't care if you have a 9-run lead. You're in the add-on mode. It's the way you approach the game. It's what a rivalry is. And I'm sure even when they had a 5-run lead.
Now here's a 2-1 pitch to Estrada.
They're going up and down the dugout saying add on.
Way low for ball three.
Dodgers sort of reconfiguring things. Zach Rex in right field. Beatty.
So Rex goes for right
third.
field.
McKinstry goes from third to second. So that means Max Muncy's out of the game, huh?
Wow. Nobody's crying in San Francisco about that, I got to tell you.
Estrada, that's the high fastball. He hit that pitch over the center field wall his last time up.
Oh,
Goes
wait a
without
second. I'm
saying
sorry.
that
This is me game audio for like this, I bet.
It becomes a big pitch in this game. This guy's trying to get that momentum they lost back.
Three-two. Way outside. Ball four. Nice job, Tyro Estrada.
Ball four.
And those were some easy takes, but still, he draws the leadoff walk. And up comes Austin Slater, who had the Slater swing going last night, didn't he?
Inside out, nice couple of hits to the right side of the field. And I look for him to think right field against Clevenger as well.
I would think so. You got to see that opening on the right side.
Well, the way he threw that 3-2 breaking ball wasn't even close with it. He's got to be stepping in there and knowing that this guy's got to throw me a fastball. He's only got 2 pitches. He's not getting one over. It's pretty easy to sit on the fastball.
It is a fastball right on the outside corner.
He was not sitting middle away. And inside-out swingers like Slater, I mean, they'll look middle in against the lefty. As you pointed out, it served him well last night. He's thinking good thoughts.
All right, let's do this.
That's the best slider he's thrown. Now Slater's in an 0-2 hole.
And now he's established he can throw that pitch over, so he's got to think about 2 things. 2 perfect pitches.
Yeah, that changes it.
Until he throws it over, you know.
Sorry about this.
Once he does,
I'm sorry about
especially
this.
in a location like that, it's on your mind.
Go to first. You got Lamont Wade Jr. on deck. Darren Ruff available on the bench. You know Clevenger has to stay in at least one more hitter after this. So Gabe Kapler, he's had this decision a lot of days in a row now, Wade and Ruff.
There's your answer.
Yeah, Darren's ready to go. 0-2. Slater pulls that one into left.
Slater has a base hit to left field.
Hitting against a pretty nasty looking slider. Austin Slater is aboard. 2 on, nobody out.
But I'm sorry about this, guys.
Below
I'm
the
sorry.
strike zone to beat it, because that's exactly where Clevenger wanted to throw it. Just a good.
So first and second with no out for the Giants.
Shorten it up, put it in play, and he barrels one. And now they've got the first 2 runners on. Momentum slowly coming back across the field, and now Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, is going to go out there and talk into his hand for a few minutes.
Joe Kelly is warming up. Darren Ruff is going to come up as a pinch hitter here, but Joe Kelly can't come in and tell the next hitter. So Ruff, the Giants guarantee the Ruff matchup against the lefty. And Darren Ruff against the lefty these days has been a really good matchup for the Giants. Hitter number 33, Darren Ruff. Posey is after Ruff. So that, I would imagine, would be Joe Kelly's spot. And we know how tough Joe Kelly can be. So this becomes a huge at-bat in this inning here. The Giants trying to answer the Dodgers offense. Lead down to a run. Deep breath for Darren Ruff as he digs in. 2 on, no out. Pretty good speed on the bases for the Giants. Ball 1.
Yeah, you look at Ruff's face, and he had a little red face. His neck's red. He's been lathered up. I mean, he's been in the batting cage for a while. The one thing the Giants have in their batting cage that's behind their dugout is a machine that can duplicate the picture that hitter might see. Show you the break on his and the arc on his breaking ball.
Got the call that time.
In this era, it's impossible to be ill-prepared stepping into that batter's box as a pitch hitter. You got three hitting coaches. You've got a cage right behind the dugout.
It's pretty remarkable. There's really no such thing as coming in cold.
Nope, those days are gone.
2-1.
3 pitches, 3 fastballs.
Just, sometimes you can just tell how a guy takes a pitch. Darren Ruff saw those 3 pitches nicely, which he's been seeing lefties so well all year. Posey's having a nice
Okay, I'm
game.
finally back here. Okay.
2 on.
All right, 2-1 pitch to Ruff. Swing and a miss count goes even at 2-2. That was a foul tip.
Off the outside there, 2-2.
He just turned around to a shotgun and said, "Is that a strike?" Yeah. I don't know if it would have been called a strike. 4 pitches, 498-mile-an-hour fastballs in this sequence. All away.
So now he has a 2-2 to Ruff.
Threw that slider down to Slater, and it was a good one, and he hit it. That can rattle a guy's confidence, especially if you're a 2-pitch guy like Clevenger is.
Two and 2 to Darren Ruff. Clevenger.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 1 away.
He stayed out there. That's big.
That's a big get. And he does it all on fastballs. I mean, that's just perfection with a 2-strike count. Knee high on the outside corner at 98. See the 2-seam movement, little tail running away from Ruff.
Yeah, and no shocker that the move is being made with Posey coming up.
There will be a pitching change for the Dodgers. Joe Kelly will come in.
1 out. Giants lead by a run when we come back.
So I'll be right back.
through the weekend, Friday through Sunday. You can take advantage of a special ticket price for only $20 for bleacher or view reserved seats between the bases. This special price is available for all 3 games. Secure your $20 tickets at sfgiants.com/home. And by the way, use the coupon code HOME when you're purchasing.
So first and second with one out for the Giants, Buster Posey.
Friday night, Saturday evening.
And Joe Kelly will come into the game for the Dodgers.
Hope to see you here at the ballpark this weekend, Giants Pirates. Meanwhile, Joe Kelly comes in out of the Dodgers bullpen to face Buster Posey.
2-0 on the year with a 3.91 ERA with 28 strikeouts against 7 walks in 23 innings. He's got great stuff. I mean, it's never been a question. 4-pitch pitcher with high 90s and sometimes even 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. He will 2 and 4 seam it. Curveball, slider, change. He's got all those things. He learned as a.
So Buster Posey up for the Giants.
But for the most part, you're going to see fastballs.
He has a chance to blow this game open.
And he likes to steal.
First pitch to Posey.
Posey.
Swing and a miss, counts 0-1.
Breaking ball. That was a good one. Maybe Buster was sitting on that pitch, and Joe Kelly, instead of throwing the get it in breaking ball, he snapped off a nasty one. Estrada at second.
So now here's the 0-1.
1 out. Yastrzemski on deck. Fastball.
Inside for ball 1.
2-seam movement at 98. If Barnes is sitting on the inside corner, they might get that pitch. But he's on the outside corner. He tries to frame it as best he can. Good effort. Just not getting the pitch.
So now here's the 1-1 to Buster Posey.
Dodgers got 3 in the 6th to get back in this game. Giants trying to answer that.
Posey pops it up.
Popped it up. He had a pitch to hit there.
Chris Taylor is there. He makes the catch those 2 away.
Yep, he missed it. He had a pitch.
And that'll bring up Wilmer Flores, the strikeout machine. So again, first and second with 2 outs now for Wilmer Flores.
You're having a good year. You make a mistake with your location on a breaking ball, that's what happens. 2 men on, a guy pops it up. Other years, not so lucky.
And he is having a pretty good year, Joe Kelly. So now 2 down for Mike Yastrzemski.
No, Mike Yastrzemski's up, okay.
Nobody out. That's
Mike Yastrzemski's up for the Giants. I trust him more than Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores is on deck.
Yeah, so the 2-run homer his last time up. His first hit of the series.
So it's the first pitch to Yaz. In dirt for ball 1.
Ball 1. Yastrzemski's only faced Joe Kelly 4 times in the past.
So now here's the 1-0 to Yastrzemski.
Here's Kelly's 1-0.
Yastrzemski ground ball. And that's going to end it. He's out. Giants don't convert runners in scoring position. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's time to stretch.
Hi, Cisco. This is Greg Papa inviting you to join us right after the game for
So we are back for the bottom of the 7th.
Hunter Pence will break down the home run barrage of the Giants tonight. When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. And with Craw going on the IL, as it opened it up for someone else to lead the Giants in home runs this year. We'll see you right after the game.
Greg gets the Oscar tonight for how do you keep a straight face and deliver all that.
That's too good. That is just too good.
That made me laugh. That was funny.
Yeah, that's good.
So Garcia will stay into the game for the Giants.
In LA, the game that was won 6-1. Darren
Ruff will replace Lamont Wade at first.
After pinch hitting for Lamont Wade Jr. Arlene Garcia still in the game on the mound.
We need to get this off.
Pujols, Pollock, and Bellinger. So
Pujols, Pollock, Bellinger do up for the Giants, for the Dodgers. First pitch to Pujols.
Muncy to end the 6th.
That's a strike in the count 0-1.
You get a ribbon when you retire back.
Tyler Rogers warming up in the Giants bullpen. So I think it's going to be Rogers, McGee, of course.
That's interesting.
And McGee is due for a blown save.
Get Pollock on deck.
So now here's the 0-1 to Pujols. Pujols hits it foul to the right. Counts 0-2.
I just think he's up there looking for breaking balls, off-speed stuff. Fight off the fastballs, try to do damage with breaking balls. One of the things about him, he's got such a flat swing, but he's able to keep that swing flat from his letters down around his knees. I mean, he's just so unique in so many ways at the plate.
So now here's the 0-2 to Pujols.
Even at age 41, 0-2.
Grounded, and that is to Estrada, who throws to Ruff at first, and there's one away.
Yeah, you get Pujols against a lefty.
Here's A.J. Pollock.
I like that matchup, so that's big out in a one-run game.
Kind of guy with power. He's got 13 bombs on the year. Absolutely, it's a big out. I mean, that's what's great about the guys who come out of the bullpen late in the game, and they love the adrenaline of that challenge. If they can't handle the adrenaline, they can't be there. They're all adrenaline junkies.
Here's the first pitch to Pollock.
Has that great insight to adrenaline for.
Pollock to left field, not deep though. Dickerson comes in and he makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
There's a changeup and a good one. Javier Lopez talked about the adrenaline junkies that you become when you are a late inning guy.
And here's Cody Bellinger.
It's what you work hard to develop a reputation that can handle that adrenaline. When the big lights are on and it means the most.
So now Bellinger 2 down. Garcia
First pitch to Bellinger.
trying to get through this 7th inning. The Giants ahead by a run.
Low for ball 1.
Bellinger drew the walk to start the 6th.
That was the weirdest take I've ever seen in my life on a 3-2 pitch.
It was. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that was. Bellinger was not happy with Alex Wood.
I don't know.
I don't know if he.
So here's the 1-0 to Bellinger.
It was a 3-2 pitch, and he didn't even get himself in position to swing the bat.
I thought, well, maybe he was ticked off. He thought he was quick pitching him.
Bellinger
to left center.
Dickerson coming in. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning.
That's a 6-pitch inning, and Garcia.
6-pitch inning for Garcia. He retires to side in order. Forrest, Dickerson, Solano do up for the Giants.
But it is not enough. Dickerson has it, and the inning is over. And the Dodgers do not score. We are heading to the 8th with the lead. It is 6-5 Giants. Flores and Dickerson are coming up. Big inning there. Great job, Marlene Garcia. And look at this. K Casino about
Wendy's covering all the here. Now that
So I'm back. So Joe Kelly will stay into the game for the Dodgers.
Have clinched, and guys being a true cheesehead from Racine, 20 minutes from Milwaukee.
Big night for Cheeseheads. They won a championship.
They won a championship. First time in 51 years for the Bucks. Congratulations.
The first pitch to Wilmer Flores.
Kelly, 8th inning.
Takes a strike in the count 0-1.
With the fastball. Wilmer 1 for 3 tonight. Hit a double back in the second inning right before Alex Dickerson's home run. Giants were behind 1-0. Then Dickerson's home run made it 2-1. Wade hit a home run. It was 3-1. Estrada and Yastrzemski both went deep in the 5th inning.
Now here's the 0-1 to Flores.
What?
In the dirt for ball 1.
With a breaking ball. Now it's just a 1-run lead. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, game 4. So 2 more to go. Both same time, 7:10 first pitch times.
Now here's the 1-1 to Flores. Takes strike 2 in the count 1-2.
Nice backdoor wraparound action with that two-seamer at 98 miles per hour. I mean, he's got special stuff. I mean, he can throw harder than 98 too. But to be able to wrap around backdoor movement with a two-seamer at 98, that sets you apart from the herd.
He's doing a much better job this year throwing strikes.
So now here's the 1-2 to Flores. In the dirt, Flores holds his swing and the count's 2-2.
89-mile-an-hour breaking ball that quick. It's not an easy layoff either. Good pitch, good take.
Now here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 1 away.
That was nasty. Change up.
So 1 out. And now it's time for a safety message brought to you by the California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways, reminding you to always wear your life jacket and get home safe.
Let's do it again.
So here's Alex Dickerson.
Here's Dickerson. Alex, the 1 hit was a big one. His 9th home run of the year back in the 2nd inning.
First pitch to the Dick is fouled off to the right in the count 0-1.
He's up there looking for it.
I think Buster Posey was looking for that first pitch breaking ball.
That's the reputation that Kelly has, but it gives you an idea just how good that breaking ball is. I mean, he's elevating that thing to get it in the strike zone and get a strike. And that's a bit of a risk, but the break on it is so sharp and the velocity.
Now here's the 0-1.
There's a uniqueness about it that doesn't make it easy even when you're looking for it.
This thing grounds a right to Kelly, who will just toss it to Pujols, who steps in the bag. There's 2 away.
Don't let the glasses fool you either. You don't want to mess with Joe Kelly. He's a tough dude.
Now here's Donovan Solano.
They're telling us that Max Muncy left the game right shoulder contusion. Justin Turner, they confirmed the left knee. I guess Muncy, the spot where he got hit by Alex Wood. He sort of shrugged it off. I mean, Turner, we knew Turner. That one stung Justin Turner.
So it's the first pitch to Solano.
even though it's a breaking ball.
Here's Donovan Solano.
Yeah, it's in the dirt for ball one.
Donnie Barrel's looking for a barrel tonight, although he had one in the second inning. He hit one down the right field line. Zach McKinstry is now playing second base, made a great catch. Duggar comes out on deck.
So Steven Duggar is going to pinch hit on deck.
Hitter's spot is due up next after the double switch.
The 1-0 to Solano is grounded, and that should end the inning. It's bobbled by McKinstry, and it's away from Pujols, and Solano is safe. That'll be an error on McKinstry.
Solano of a hit out in right field. Now he gives him a gift at second base.
All had a hop that kind of came up on him. Just had it right in the heart of the glove and couldn't wrap the leather around it. So a break for the Giants, and that's going to allow Steven Duggar a chance to hit.
That'll bring up Steven Duggar, who's not been great lately.
It's a Sunday hop. It's kind of booted. Get a Sunday hop on a Tuesday, I guess it could surprise you.
Yeah. Pinch hitter, you know what that means.
It's time for Mike Pryor to come out and talk into his hand.
It's our favorite Dodger Stadium tradition.
You know, those are the kind of things that get talked about in a dugout, in a Giants dugout. They'd have fun with it. You know, it's like, okay, when is he going to bring his hand up to his mouth? How many steps from the pitcher? And everybody starts looking at it. It becomes a bit of a chuckle. Coaches, I mean, they get a little picked on.
Steven Duggar stands in. Runner at first, 2 down, 8th inning. Giants 6, Dodgers 5. Hitting for Harlan Garcia.
So it's the first pitch to Duggar. That's outside for ball one.
Now in the Giants bullpen, Rogers had been throwing, but Jake McGee is now the guy who's up. So Gabe Kapler, I mean, the way he likes to do it is depending on who's coming up. Those two guys are interchangeable. Rogers and McGee. It looks like we're going to see McGee in the 8th.
Now here's the 1-0 to Duggar.
System has worked really
Duggar
well.
grounds that to McKinstry, and Solano's going to run down. And Terrell will just tag Solano, and that is the inning. So I'll be right back for the bottom of the 8th.
And Barnes, McKinstry, and Rex are coming up. McGee's coming in. 6-5 Giants.
So Jake McGee will come into the game for the Giants.
May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
In LA, game 2 of the series, Giants 6, Dodgers 5, bottom 8. And When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Tonight, it's Jake McGee in the 8th inning for the Giants.
40th game that he has come into. You see the saves, 19 saves this year. And we don't know if he's going to be allowed to pitch a second inning, but right now it is his 8th inning. 42 strikeouts against 7 walks. He's been outstanding. The 18 saves that the 19 saves that he has, I mean, that leads the Giants in that category. Tyler Rogers has 10. So collectively, I mean, 29 saves between those two guys. It's worked.
It's been a great combination. McGee, who pitched in last night's game, he had not pitched since before the.
So here's
All-Star
Austin
break.
Barnes.
Got him in.
First pitch.
Non-save situation.
Fell back and the
Barnes
cancel 1.
goes after that first pitch fastball, strike 1. He threw 14 pitches last night, McGee, so he should have plenty in the tank tonight. It's been a nice game for Austin Barnes.
You know, the other thing, too, I mean, McGee throws so many fastballs. The fastball is the pitch that takes the least out of your arm. So if you throw 15 or 20 pitches and 18 of them are fastballs, you're going to have the ability to come back the next day, still be sharp.
Now here's the 0-1 to Barnes. That's inside for ball 1.
A night where you throw 20 pitches and you throw 18 sliders, a little different.
That is not an issue these days for Jake McGee.
No.
There's the guy looming. Chris Taylor's the reason the Dodgers are in this game. He has had a huge night.
Now here's the 1-1. High for ball 2.
2-1. McKinstry on deck. Rex after that. A couple of left-handers, and then it would be Chris Taylor. Dodgers have the closer, Kenley Jansen, up in the bullpen. They also have Jimmy Sherfy up, so I guess if they don't tie
Now
the
here's the
game,
2-1.
we'll see Sherfy.
Barnes hits it back, foul.
2-2. But first things first, McGee here in the 8th inning. And we know that Mookie Betts is available on the bench. I mean, we assume he's available. He pinch hit yesterday, didn't start again today.
So now here's a 2-2 to Barnes.
So that's kind of looming.
Barnes fouls it off again.
He will hit this game at some point.
Pitcher spot is guaranteed to come up again. So they need at least one pinch hitter.
They've got Mookie Betts and Will Smith, 2 right-handers left on the bench. They had 4 guys to start the night on the bench. Giants had 5, so they did have a one-man advantage. With all the innings that the bullpen has been having to eat up for the Dodgers, they went with a 9-man bullpen.
So there's a 2-2 now to Barnes.
Another 2-2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 1 away, and McGee has his first strikeout of the game.
Outside corner with 2-seam movement, little tail running away from Barnes, and he gets to swing through. Barnes is a pretty good hitter on that fastball above.
So I'll bring up Zach McKinstry.
His speed is strength. So
Now,
he did.
now McKinstry, who's been in right field, at third base, and at second base, all in the same game.
First pitch to McKinstry is grounded to Estrada, who quickly throws to Ruff at first in this 2-way.
Plenty of time, 2 down.
I think that ball was trying to kick out of his glove a little bit.
Might have had a little weird spin to it. No problem, though. And Zach Rex will come up.
So Zach Rex comes up for the Dodgers.
Dave Roberts just thinks he can't use Mookie Betts in the field because this would be a spot where you might use Mookie with Chris Taylor on deck. And as you said, Will Smith also available on the bench. I mean, that's two All-Stars still out there for the Dodgers.
So it's the first pitch to Zach Rex.
Second at bat of the night for Rex.
Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1.
Above the hands at 95.
Good pitch.
It really is. I mean, you're halfway into your swing. You're going, oh no, what am I doing?
So now here's the 0-1. Outside for ball 1.
There is Chris Taylor.
Double 2 home runs tonight. Third time in his career he's had a multi-home run game. You know
Now
what he's
here's the
thinking?
1-1.
Yeah. Do something he's never done
Rex
before.
fouls it off, and the count's 1-2.
And the Giants bullpen is quiet. This is Jake McGee's inning to work. So if Rex were to reach base, McGee's going to go after Taylor. He was almost ready to go and then needed to reset.
So now here's the 1-2 pitch to Zach Rex. Rex fouls it back, and the count's 1-2.
Same spot.
Well, they set an outside target, so it winds up being a good mistake, but it's one that just impressed Rex. I mean, it's 96 on the hand. I think he made contact about 4 inches above the thumbs. That'll get your attention if you're in the batter's box.
So now here's the 1-2 to Rex.
Posey sets that target away for the second straight pitch.
That's in the dirt for ball 2.
Slider.
Yeah, in his mind, he's thinking, I have a 1-2 count. I'm going to throw a slider, but I don't want to throw a strike with it. If you're going to miss, you're going to miss wide. You don't want to miss in the middle of the strike zone.
Yeah, he doesn't throw it very often, but lately we've seen some pretty good ones from Jake McGee.
So now here's the 2-2 pitch.
Strikeouts with him, no question.
Maybe slowly but surely starting to add that to his repertoire a little more frequently. See if he goes back to the fastball. 2-2.
2-2, here it is. Rex grabs it to Estrada. He throws it to Ruffus in time, and the Giants get out of it without giving up any runs.
LA Giants with a 6-5 lead over the Dodgers.
Estrada, Slater, Ruff do up. I'll be right back for the start of the 9th.
Bible Network. Save on your wireless bill with Xfinity Mobile.
It is the ninth inning in LA. Giants trying to make it 2 in a row against the Dodgers. It was 6-1. Not going to be easy tonight.
So now on the mound for the Dodgers is Jimmy
A
Sherfy.
couple weeks ago, will pitch for the 13th time this season. Most of those in the orange and black. Jimmy Sherfy for the ninth in a 1-run game.
10 strikeouts in 13 innings. And for Sherfy, the righties hit him better than the lefties, which is a bit odd. He's a 4-pitch guy, but what we saw him use mainly while he was with the Giants, a lot of curveballs. It's a good one. But his fastball is healthy. I mean, it's mid to high 90s. He can run it up there.
So here's Tyro Estrada. He homered earlier.
Who again tonight has had a big role for the Giants.
First pitch to Estrada.
Been on base 2 out of 3 times.
That's outside for ball 1.
Ball 1 with the slider. Slider, curveball, Sherfy's breaking ball. It's the pitch he leans on.
Dave Roberts,
So now here's the 1-0 pitch to Tyro Estrada. He takes a strike and the counts 1-1.
Had Estrada flinching a little bit. Tyro Estrada's home run, what a 4 for the Giants
Now
tonight.
here's the 1-1 pitch.
Of the year.
Check swing. He did not go in the counts 2-1.
Andy Fletcher, who'll be behind the plate tomorrow night at first base tonight, says no swing.
Andy's been around a long time. I think Andy's leaned up a little bit. I didn't recognize
So now here's a 2-1 pitch.
Looks good.
Check swing. He did not go. 3-1.
4 pitches, 4 breaking balls. To the scout report. It is a bit unusual because we've seen Sherfy throw 97 miles an hour.
But the pitch that he trusts is the breaking ball.
So now here's the 3-1 pitch to Tyro. Estrada pops it up.
Here, Estrada sends one to center.
To center. Bellinger going back, and he makes the catch. There's one away.
Estrada against that high fastball tonight has been dangerous.
Here's Austin Slater.
Well, we know what Austin can do if you hang a breaking ball over the plate.
Slater's 1-1. He singled in the 7th.
But one thing the Dodgers do defensively, I mean, they play it pretty straight up. Because
first pitch to Slater. He fouls it back and the count's 0-1.
Left fielder for the Dodgers, A.J. Pollock, goes way over toward left center.
I mean, it's amazing as to how they pitch the gaps and completely expose the left field line. They don't think that Slater's going to hit the ball down that left field line at all. There you see the stack them up. Look at Pollock in left field. I mean, that's left center.
So now here's the 0-1 pitch to Slater. Takes a strike straight down the middle and the count's 0-2.
That was the one that had some hang on it.
So now here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing.
The umpire at home.
And he went this 2-away.
That was a swing. 2 down.
I'll bring up there in the rough.
0-2 curveball. Yep, he went. Those are such awful at bats for you to end the night on.
Yeah.
Because you think about it all night. Guys don't mind striking out as much if they get 3 rips at it. Guy strikes you out on a call that's questionable. Or
here's the first pitch to Darren Ruff. He takes low and outside, and the count's 1-0.
Take a pitch that you probably go to sleep thinking, man, I needed to swing at that one.
Exactly what you think, too. Will Smith, one of the 2 guys left on the Dodger bench, moving around.
1-0 pitch is rough. Rough grounds that to nice stop by Beatty, but it's offline, and Pujols has to step off the bag, and Ruff is safe at first.
Yeah, see how they rule this.
Yeah, Beatty, who's not played a lot of third. Dodgers are scrambling a little bit defensively tonight.
That was a nice play. I mean, hits the ball on the heel. Still, it comes up plenty of time, and just throws way wide. And Pujols had no chance.
That gives Posey an at bat.
That'll bring up Buster Posey.
In the ninth inning. I don't know that we've gotten a ruling yet. Okay, E5.
Yeah, that's the right rule.
Here's the first pitch to Posey. Takes a strike in the count, 0-1.
For him, that's stealing a strike.
I'm sure if he knows that these guys have to be looking all breaking ball because of the reputation he had while he was with the Giants, especially the guy that's catching them.
Posey's drawn 2 walks and had a hit tonight, scored a run. Sherfy, we saw that quick pickoff move when he was with the Giants. He's got a pretty good one.
He does. And if you check the stat sheet, Darren Ruff's got some stolen bases. How close was it? It's close.
It was really close. Dodgers, in fact, want to challenge.
The Dodgers are going to challenge the pickoff throw at first.
That can't be a good feeling when you're standing over there at first base.
Especially when you know you're out.
Is his hand on the bag? I don't think it is.
Looks like they got him out of first.
There to overturn it.
The Sherfy looks like he picked
Yeah, I agree
off
with you. I don't
Ruff
think
at first.
he was in contact with the bag, but I just don't know if there's enough proof. It's one of those close plays you just don't trust once it goes to New York. But I don't know if that's the only look they have, too. It's the only look we've seen.
Yeah, sometimes they have different looks than we do.
They could really zero in and magnify the contact points. Contact the glove to the runner, contact to the hand to the bag, or foot to the bag.
All right, let's get the call.
He's safe. Ruff is safe at first.
No cigar.
Oh, yeah, I was safe.
Well, I know what Antoine Richardson was telling me. He said, don't get picked off. Shorten it up.
Let's go. We got Buster at the plate.
Picked off. Gabe's going to yell at me.
Now Posey stands back in and an 0-1 count.
So now here's the 0-1 to Posey. Posey grounds one foul to the left, and the count's 0-2.
So there was the breaking ball he was looking for, and he was out front.
So now here's the 0-2 to Posey. Sherfy will try to pick off Ruff again at first, but nothing going on over there.
All right, how close was he? He was off.
He was.
He's out.
He's out, and he jammed his hand also.
Ruff was out at first, but not able to use her challenge. Or to the Posey, check swing. He did not go.
No.
Counts 1-2.
I mean, you get one challenge, but after the 7th inning, and it's umpire's discretion.
Yeah, you could have. They could have easily asked again.
He did not go. That was a good call. Andy Fletcher, nice going. You are having a night.
So now here's the 1-2 to Posey.
We can't wait to see you behind the plate tomorrow.
High, and it gets away from Barnes, and ref will take second.
Well, that changes everything. I mean, if you had a gap or even with 2 outs, doubtful that Ruff was going to be able to score.
That's gonna be scored a pass
Now,
ball.
with a pass ball.
It's going on Osvaldo Ibarra. He says
Just
Dodgers.
boxes one.
The stream Osvaldo.
Now, Ruff moves up to second base. He's in scoring position. And he's going to get a 2-out jump.
So Ruff will have the 2-out head start here. So if Buster makes contact, Ruff will most likely score. Or if Ruff gets a base hit. I mean, Posey gets a base hit. 2-2 to Posey. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Giants leading 6-5.
We go to the bottom of the ninth. Rogers coming in.
Tyler Rogers is coming in for the Giants. I don't know how I feel about that. I'd rather have put Rogers in the 8th than McGee in the 9th, but Giants did the complete opposite. And the Giants have to face Chris Taylor, who has 2 home runs today. It's not going to be a cakewalk of a save, because Taylor has had himself a game today, and he's due up first. If Giants get Taylor, I like our chances. So we are now in a commercial break going to the bottom of the ninth.
A 1-run lead for the Giants.
So here we go. Tyler Rogers in to hopefully get the save.
Top 2 teams in the NL West. These games are
Rogers a 1.43 ERA.
Big inning for Tyler Rogers, who Mike has just had a tremendous year for the Giants.
What he really has, this is the 44th game that he's been in. He's been a workhorse. 10 saves on the year and an ERA of 1.43. This Dodger team, however, has been one of the teams that has given him some problems. And one of the guys who has good numbers against him, he's going to face to lead off tonight. That's Chris Taylor, 3 for 8 lines.
So here's Chris Taylor leading off. He already has 2 home runs today.
And Taylor is having a career night. I mean, he's got a double, 2 home runs. He's been the big offensive contributor for the Dodgers. So this first guy up, this is a big out to get.
He is the reason this is a pressure-filled 9th inning. So here we go.
Nothing gonna be easy with this Giants team.
Chance to take a 3-game lead in the National League West, but 3 big outs to go.
So here's the first pitch to Chris Taylor from Tyler Rogers.
Rogers to Taylor.
That's outside for ball 1.
Ball 1.
You know, I mean, that's the other thing, too. You can't walk him. He's got speed.
Yep.
So it's the old saying is like, don't walk him and don't give me anything good to hit. That's the challenge.
The 1-0. Outside for ball 2.
Ball 2.
Now here's the 2-0 pitch. This is going to be a strike, and Taylor's going to hit out of the ballpark. I'm predicting it right here before it happens. 2-0. That's high, and that's somehow a ball. Come on.
And the pressure just keeps ratcheting up until you throw a strike.
Pitcher spot due up third. We're going to see Will
So
Smith
3-0 to Taylor. Ball 4.
He still hadn't thrown a strike.
4-pitch walk.
Really only one of those was particularly close.
And they're all thinking the same thing.
Here's Matt Beatty.
Rogers doesn't walk many. Here's Matt Beatty.
One thing he does do is he puts the ball on the ground. Throw from submarine style, you're going to have a natural sink to the ball.
Oh,
Keep that
God.
location, get you ground balls.
First pitch to Beatty.
Ground balls can get you double plays.
Beatty will show bunt, but it was way outside and the Cats win it now.
Tyler Rogers, a little out of whack here to start the ninth inning.
Giants is going to be a 6-1 lead. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Beatty. Low for ball 2.
Posey's coming out.
Posey's going to talk to Rogers. Good.
We have 6 pitches in a row, and each one's getting wider and wider away from the strike zone. Like I say, I mean, every pitch that you
This is not looking promising.
throw a strike, it gets harder to throw.
But Taylor Speed is really hard to double play.
Can find you down. So everybody knows, including Tyler Rogers, what the deal is. So you make suggestions as a pitching coach, throw another pitch, change your target. Problem with Rogers, he's not missing one way. I mean, he's missing high and into a left, he's missing down and away, he's just everywhere but in the strike zone. It's easier if you're missing one zone, so just change your zone, your target. Instead of looking at the glove, looking at a shin guard, look at a knee.
So now here's a 2-0 pitch.
Tying run aboard, nobody out, ninth inning, and a 2-ball, no strike count.
That is low and outside, ball 3. So now here's a 3-0
He's not
pitch.
thinking corner. He's just thinking, I have to throw a strike.
That's a
There's
strike.
one.
Well, you can quiet a lot of people if you get a double play here. That's the other thing, too.
So now here's a 3-1.
Every ball you throw, the crowd gets louder when you're on the road.
That's ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the ninth inning.
Another walk. Another damn walk.
And now one of the Dodgers' very best comes to the plate, Will Smith.
Here's Will Smith.
This was the Muncy spot. Muncy had to leave the game.
Oh my God. Giants are going to blow this. Tyler Rogers cannot throw a damn strike. And to the point where I'd be fine if the Dodgers just tie this game.
Will Smith. 11 home runs. Good eye at the plate. Takes a lot of pitches.
First pitch to Smith. That's a strike, and the count's 0-1.
Great speed at second base. Pretty good speed at first base.
For catcher, Will Smith runs pretty well, but still, if he hits the ball on the ground, you figure you got a shot to turn 2.
Here's the 0-1.
That one is hit high and deep.
Smith, Will Smith left field. And Will Smith walks it off. And the Dodgers win 8-6.
They come from behind and beat the Giants 8-6. Tyler never got it out in the ninth inning.
The Dodgers walk off the Giants. And they take game 2 of the series, and right now the series is even at 1.
There's a drive to left field, and that ball is.
So the Giants get walked off from the Dodgers today, and they win 8-6. Tyler Rogers just cannot throw a strike today, and it paid dividend. The Dodgers win. So that's it for this game, and I will see you guys next stream. Peace.